600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem starts now with David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore. Live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Right away up on me through train, ticket right across Mississippi clean. I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking in the New Orleans. Somebody help me get out of Louisiana. Just
What's
help
that
me get
bulge
to
in his
Houston
pocket?
There are people there who care a little about me, and I won't let the poor boy down. Hey.
Hit that dog on that. Move it! Move it! Move, move, move!
Sure, you're a boy, and they bought me a silk suit and put luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land. But working on a T-bone steak, all the carty flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate. Swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone.
Los Angeles.
Give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater 41009. Tell the folks back home this is the promised land, calling and the poor boys on the line. Working on a T-bone steak, all the carty flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate. A swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone.
Los Angeles.
Give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater 41009. Tell the folks back home this is the promised land, calling and the poor boys on the line.
Welcome into Morning Mayhem. Once again, it is Christian Weaver filling in for Roger and David while they are gone to Florida. I am joined again by Trey Reed of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
What's up?
And Pigskin Preacher of the Pinnacle Church of Christ. And Caleb Bagby, our part-time producer. Is he in there?
He's in there.
How did you enjoy your first day as producer on a show?
I'm very sleepy.
You're very sleepy.
Very sleepy.
Understandable.
Well, you fit really well here, Caleb, because all the people that are listening right now are very sleepy as well. Even though Baz says, move it, move it, move it. I mean, who's moving it at 6 o'clock?
No, not many. Unless you get like a workout routine.
So I drove over here this morning, Christian. I bet I hit 17 lights coming over here. Now, when you're out at 5:30 in the morning and it's still pitch black, you should not be hitting all these lights. There's
really
nobody
shouldn't.
out.
I do wonder, do those timers on the lights stay the same throughout the entire day, or do they fluctuate?
I think they fluctuate.
They got to be fluctuated in terms of traffic. And how
Because
many
at like
cars
3
are
a.m., they
coming
should just
by.
stay green for the most part.
I agree. But which direction?
That's
But
true.
I had a
That's good
couple
point.
that a squirrel walked across the road and it triggered the light, I think. So that must
I
been
have
what the
been
problem
known, maybe a little earlier than we're coming in for this show.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
When
True
I'm taking,
confession's good for the soul, Trey. Go ahead.
forgive me, Father, for I have sinned in the traffic department at least. When I get out to go, typically it's duck hunting, but it could be whatever. You know, I'm leaving the house. Sometimes 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. And if I hit one of those, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to look both
5
ways.
miles, and if there's
I'm
no
going to go
like a
through
stop
it.
sign.
dude,
You're
I
treating it like a
I
stop
treat it like
sign.
a 4-way stop.
got
Exactly.
less than zero of a problem with that. I mean, I'm like, it's 3 in the morning. There's no one out.
There was, and I didn't really think it was the greatest idea, but one of our state representatives introduced a bill that would allow you to do that.
Bless
if
his
you-
heart. I'd vote for him if I knew who it was.
I think you could have some issues.
If it was wide open, I think you could have some issues because I think what would happen functionally is that a lot of people would just
Run it.
just keep going. There wouldn't be a slow down and stop.
Well, listen,
right through
being that this is Arkansas, most of them do that anyway.
That's
about 2 in the afternoon.
That's a good point.
I've seen plenty of that. So yeah.
We were talking a little bit before the show about just being tired after waking up so early, pretty much. And you guys both hit the wall apparently after yesterday.
Oh man, I was useless all yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, 4 o'clock most days. Late afternoon is pretty tough for me. Tough, but I get a little groggy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it was magnified, I think, yesterday.
Well, there'll be 3 days in a row that I've been up at like 4:45. Yesterday, today, and then tomorrow I go drink coffee with all the old timers at church, and yeah, those dudes are awake right now. They've been up for 2 hours.
Of course,
most of them. So,
my old buddy Steve Wildman Wilson, we have lunch once a month, and he always complains that as a retired guy, he doesn't. There's a couple of friends he has that are up early, and when he gets up, he's like, calls those one or two people because nobody else is up. At 5
you're retired.
o'clock,
Sleep
5:30.
in.
I
You're a
think
creature of
that's
habit.
easier said than done. Yeah.
So there's a bunch up in Flint, Michigan that is gathering right now. They've been there for a couple of hours at Donna's Donuts on Bristol Road. Possibly the best donut shop in North America. And I take donuts seriously. These are
good donuts.
Fierce, righteous donuts. But there are dudes there at 4:30 in the morning, retired guys from the factories. They've been getting up, at 4 o'clock every day for 40 years, and they get up and they go and drink coffee and eat a donut at Donna's. And I'm like, if I'm retired, I don't think I'd have a 4:30 a.m. appointment.
Not going to happen.
No.
You know what's interesting also about this discussion? I can remember as a much younger man, the only time I saw 4:30 at the donut shop was when I was closing things down from the previous night. Now, I'm like those old guys that are at the donut shop picking up some provisions for the day at 4:30 in the
Christian,
morning.
you got to listen to these two old men do old men radio because you're used to that anyway. But one of the things about being old is that you don't sleep as well as you used to anyway.
I don't sleep very good now.
Well, wait until you're our age. You won't sleep hardly at all, and you'll be looking for that 4:30 a.m. donut shop. Yeah.
So what time do you guys usually get up?
About 5:30 or so.
I'm probably between 5:30 and 6 most days.
Yeah, same. And my dogs keep looking at me like, are you going to walk us today? Are you going to walk us? I'm like, I got to go to the radio. And they don't know the radio, from Shinola.
Do you usually walk them this early?
I try to when it's 115 degrees like this because it's too hot. But, we haven't been much this week a couple times. So
best to stay inside.
Yeah, it is.
Rained a little bit yesterday at least.
Well, I went out yesterday. I was over there getting something at the mall, and, none of those stores open till 11. I'm like, why are you not opening a store at 10? Yeah, at 11 o'clock. I'm like, what would John Wayne say? We're burning daylight. Okay, we are burning daylight. So I'm walking around the mall. You cannot believe how many mall walkers there are. This was at McCain, I guess, but there's people walking all over the place. They're like, digging a rut in the linoleum out there. And I'm like, I'm going to become a mall walker, but I don't think they let you bring dogs in there. So.
No, I don't think so, unless they're a service animal.
Unless it's a service animal. Murphy, my little 12-pound ball of hair, he has a vest that says service dog. I'm like, he's not a service dog. He's never had a job in his life. But
I wonder if you can pass that off. It's like, my dog's a service dog. And are they going to check it?
I think that folks are getting a lot more serious about it. I know, like Edwards Food Giant, I can say that because they're heavily advertised on this station. And it's my grocery store, but they've got a sign front and center when you walk in. We love animals, but only licensed, registered service, and they're like, we'll ask you to produce your papers.
Oh, okay.
Get out.
Wow.
That's probably what you need
it's
to do.
worded a little friendlier than that.
I figured Edwards would say, we love animals. Come to the meat section and you can see what happens to some of them. So
Yeah, I don't think we should. People should be faking service animals.
No, but people fake everything these days. I mean, good grief. The Tigers have been faking having a bullpen for the last 3 years, and I made a decision yesterday. I had an epiphany. The Tigers had a 7-0 lead in the 7th inning. This was probably Tarek Skubel's last start. Yeah. They're going to trade him. They got to trade him. He wants $500 million.
Oh.
He's had 2 arm surgeries. I would not tie up $500 million in any pitcher.
Seems risky.
Particularly one who's injury prone. So they take him out because they can't wait to take him out because you got to keep him fresh for the next team that he's going to pitch for next year or next month. So they go to the bullpen. They blow a 7-0 lead, and I'm like, I looked at my people and I said, "This is it. I'm not watching another inning of these losers all year."
So officially, as of July
I'm done.
29th, Pigskin is done.
Baseball's over. I'm going to watch good teams. I'm not watching Detroit anymore. Those losers.
Weren't you officially done like last week too, though?
Yes, I was, but they won 14-0, and they brought me back. And then they were winning 7-0. As I said, they had scored 21 consecutive runs, and they lost. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. It's bad enough that the Hogs might go 3-9 again. I mean, I got enough losing in the ether around here. I don't need to start.
Funny you should mention that. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I don't know which show it was yesterday, but it was after we were on, and there was discussion about. I guess somebody wrote an article yesterday about predicting what the reality of the season might be, and same as we heard yesterday morning, a lot of fans calling in saying, "Come on, don't be so negative."
Not being negative. I'm being real.
I've never sensed Christian being negative about anything. He's just
neutral.
Christian. He's neutral, and he tells the truth. He's a truth teller.
I think I'm a fan. I'm a fan of teams, but I'm not clouded by my fandom usually.
That makes you unusual because most people are. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I hope they go to the college football playoff. But
well, Bobby Joe is out there in Lone Oak right now, and he's probably going to call in, and he's going to say, "Hey, Pigskin, I'm telling you right now, Hogs going to go 10-2 this year." And I think Bobby Joe believes that because he's an optimist.
It's possible that he's dyslexic and he's seeing the numbers backwards.
That could be. You hear that, Bobby Joe? Christian just called you dyslexic, so you better call in and disprove him.
We have a caller that calls in, and he's called in multiple times talking about the Utah game, thinking that Arkansas is going to win the Utah game. And while it's certainly possible, definitely not probable.
Well, we've played out there a couple of times. I've been to the stadium. I've been to the campus. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country. That's a hard place to win. They'll have 55,000, and these are partisans. These dudes get after it. They're aggressive. It's loud. It's at altitude. It's
you have
night.
been to a game there at?
I wasn't at the game, but I was at the stadium. I was
gotcha.
But Harbaugh's first game when he coached Michigan was there, and they beat us. And that was, he won 10. He was 10-3 that year with no quarterback. But Utah's good. I mean, they're
good. They're perennially pretty good.
They almost never under Whittingham, and I'm assuming it's going to be the
Morgan
same thing
Scalley.
with Morgan Scalley. Baz is contractually obligated to say Broyles Award nominee Morgan Scalley. But he's going to probably do the same thing. But they run the ball. They utilize the tight ends. They tackle people. They're physical. I'm hoping Michigan plays like that now that they got their OnlyFans texting coach moved on down the road. We got an adult running things again. But Utah's tough. You can beat them, but they don't beat themselves. And the way Hogs are these days, we just keep handing
usually
people
beat
games.
ourselves.
We usually beat ourselves.
This is a new era. Maybe Ryan Silverfield's teams don't
if
beat
the
themselves.
coach can cut down on stupid penalties and not turn the ball over, they could win 3 or 4 more games just by that alone. I hope they do. But
remember Scott Fountain?
Who?
Scott Fountain. The special teams coach at Arkansas.
Oh, that's the guy that, they had that thing that they played on Sports Center all the time when the guy was, and everybody stopped and he took off.
No. That was Chad Morris era.
That was in
Scott
the
Fountain
Morris.
was the special teams coordinator underneath Sam Pittman the entire time. And not one time did you see Arkansas special teams be like actually good. And multiple times we had to call timeouts, or at least once we had to call
remember
timeout
that.
before
That was a
like
bad
opening kickoff.
look. Bad look.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how this happened.
Now, speaking of the Hogs, did you see the big news that came out yesterday? Billy Ray Smith Jr.
I saw that.
Passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not.
64 years old. First
man.
thing I'm thinking is, one, he's almost same age as me, and that's not that old. Well, it is, but and I thought I didn't know he'd been sick. Well, apparently he had CTE and dementia, and
Yeah.
Basil had him
that.
on the show a couple years ago. He'd call in, and
I think the family released a statement. They said, dementia brought on by CTE, pretty much.
that CTE is just brutal. I mean, we forget sometimes in our fandom. We love watching the games, love watching football. Those cats are paying a heavy price for that, man.
No doubt. That's why they're trying to add in all the guardrails for stuff.
And I get the fact we were griping yesterday. I don't like what they've done to the kickoffs at any of the levels, but if it keeps something like that from happening, I guess we can put up with it.
Yeah, the guardrails are important for protecting our players, because if we were playing the sport like it was played in the 70s or 80s, they probably would have outlawed this thing by now.
Oh, I have no doubt, yeah.
Go back 100 years ago, Teddy Roosevelt loved football so much he had to step in, and they had to enact those reforms. People were dropping dead. They were getting killed on the field.
They were having
we can't have
fatalities per season.
We can't have all these Harvard guys dropping dead on the field because they're going to be congressmen in a couple of years. So stop this stuff. And they stopped the flying wedge and some of the other things that they had going.
Speaking of Teddy Roosevelt, did you see or did you know that after his presidency, he went on an Amazon excursion and almost died on it?
I did.
Yep.
I did. This is also the same dude was making a campaign speech. A guy comes up, shoots him. He's got the bullet in his chest, and he goes on and finishes the speech.
Yeah,
that's a bad man right there. That's a bad man.
And really, from my perspective, the father of conservation in the United States.
Basically, before he showed up, we didn't have national parks or any of this kind of stuff.
And he's really responsible for the formation of state fish and wildlife agencies.
Awesome.
He held a president's conference and invited people from all the states, and they came back and set up organizations like the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Sorry, I had to get the plug in, right?
Today on the show, if you have questions for Trey Reed, it's not his usual day where he takes questions the entire show, but we'll still take them. And
I'm here, baby.
And it'll be mostly us the entire show. We got Melinda Mayo in the 8 o'clock hour, and we're going to do our Hawks Home movie review on Raising Arizona. We all I think we watched it.
I have
looked. This week.
I could barely sleep. I was so excited.
I'm very excited
talking about
it,
Raising Arizona.
We're going to do that in the 7 o'clock hour. Justin Moore is going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour as well. His flight did not get in until 1 a.m. this morning.
Oh, man.
He texted me, so I appreciate him texting me on that. We'll be back in just a second.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
Network Services Group presents Out of Bounds Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz. Network Services Group, one call does it all.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly cloudy day with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, particularly this afternoon. Still kind of hot, high of 94, maybe heat index values reaching 105, so there is a heat advisory for this afternoon. Tonight, everything's quiet, partly cloudy with a low of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Arkansas brides, make your wedding show experience unforgettable with a VIP ticket. Join us Sunday, August 23rd at the State House Convention Center for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette Wedding Show. VIP guests receive an exclusive bride t-shirt, tote bag, custom labels, special swag, reserved seating, and early access to the show. These limited VIP tickets are available now at arkansasbridalcommunity.com. Start planning your dream day with Arkansas wedding experts all in one place.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com.
Hi folks, Jeff Peters here, Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton. July is all about freedom. Here at Hagen's, we know you have the freedom to choose where you buy a vehicle, and we want your business. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come let us prove it to you. No gimmicks, no hassles, and no BS. As far as pricing, well, we haven't been in business for over 50 years because our prices are too high. But don't take my word for it. Stop by and let us prove it to you. Come see us at Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton today, or check us out online at HagensMotors.com. Welcome to the family.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week, courtesy of Cabot Outdoors. Shop their inventory of Hustler Fast Track Series zero-turn mowers at CabotOutdoors.com.
This is Miss Arkansas 2026, Ava Weeks, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem with David, Roger, Justin, and Christian.
Love and happiness. But wait a minute.
My grandfather told me a story about Al Green one time. It was probably a day much like it has been the last few days where it was extremely hot in Arkansas, and they happened to be on the same plane flying into Little Rock, I believe. And Al Green had probably been somewhere that was much cooler. And when he stepped outside, he said, "Damn it, so hot." Pretty much. That was the story.
That's a pretty good story. So Al Green, they say in his church in Memphis, he'll get up there and preach for a little bit, and then he just gives up on that and just starts singing. And you know what?
Well, I'd rather hear that.
I'd kind of rather hear Al sing
might
than
get
preach.
through to people a little better
So
that way.
my co-minister, John Phillips, John is a black man, and John's always wincing anytime I start singing anything. He's like, you don't need to sing.
Well, I was about to ask, have you ever employed this technique?
Oh, all the time. I said, John, if you would shut up and quit giving me a hard time about singing, I'd probably quit singing. I'm mostly doing this because I know it annoys you.
Right?
I mean, you're daring me.
Challenge me.
Bluff me. Exactly. So, yeah, you almost have to.
I know a couple of people who have been over to attend a service years ago at Al's church in Memphis. Pretty cool. I mean, he's like this, maybe not international superstar,
No,
but
I think that fits.
Is that fair?
Oh,
okay,
sure.
And he's still preaching on Sundays.
So this is a funny
Or
thing.
was. I don't think he is anymore.
In terms of just like a rock star for people showing up to hear the guy teach. Jimmy Carter taught a Bible class at his Baptist church in Plains, Georgia forever. I mean, like until a couple years before he finally died. And they said, this is funny, people would come in and they'd want to hear the Bible class. Well, as soon as the Bible class was over and they go to the worship service, everybody would leave. So they got this thing. If you come in as a tourist and you want to hear him teach his Bible class, you have to stay for the whole thing.
You got to go to the service as
and
well.
I'm like, imagine you're the preacher up there and like all these people, all you see are disappointed faces. Like, I just wanted to hear Jimmy Carter. So I didn't want to hear you.
The analogy is you go to see the opening act and leave before the headliner plays, you know?
Which I've done before.
I'm sure we all have it.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, opening acts, man. The generally the bane of my existence for years and years. But you never know. Once in a while they'll throw a good one in there.
We had a question on the text line yesterday, and I think we've asked you this before, but they asked, has Pigskin Preacher ever ended a sermon early so he could catch a sporting event?
No, I never really have. Now, I get up and say what I'm going to say, and sometimes it might only be 15, 18 minutes. I hardly ever preach less than 20 minutes, but it's usually somewhere between 20 and 25 or so. You could almost, you could set your watch by me, but these preachers that get up and go for 45 minutes, I'm like, you can't do that in 2026. Nobody's got the attention span for that.
Spans are shorter, yeah.
And, I don't think I'm fascinating. I'm not, completely boring. I'm somewhere in the middle, but all these preachers that think they're interesting enough to hold everybody's attention forever, They're not.
Imagine Baz at a church where they're preaching for 45 minutes.
Oh,
How
my
bad that
goodness.
would be.
Well,
you think there'd be a little bit of fidgeting.
Baz has been to Pinnacle with us to go to church several times. And the first time he came over, he goes, hey, what's that deal with communion? I said, what are you talking about? No, I said, communion. I said, no, not that. He said, it's all that dead air. After you guys have the prayer and then they give you the bread and then they have the wine and all that, he said, then there's just dead air. He said, someone should get up and do something. They should sing or juggle or dance
supposed
or
to be
something.
a moment of silence.
I'm like,
much,
David, this is a moment of reflection, of silent meditation. I said, that's a good thing. He said, in radio, we call that dead air. I said, well, boy, this ain't radio, so this is church, and it's a little bit different.
Yeah, reflection, a time for reflection.
Yeah, you could think about all the people that you did wrong the previous week, and Lord, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do better next week. Help me out. So.
It's almost like meditation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I went to a monastery in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. And I mean, this was the middle of nowhere. We get there. One of the monks gets up and he leads a prayer and then he reads a scripture. And then we sat on stone benches for 45 minutes, completely silent. Nobody said a word. Have you ever sat there in quiet contemplation for 45 minutes? That's your mind goes
only on a deer stand.
It is crazy. Okay. Yeah, at least they do that in Arkansas, but you got a gun and you have the promise of shooting something.
True.
We were just sitting there thinking about, I wonder if God loves us. And do you think God's as sick of us as we're sick of each other? So, a lot of things, but I like the quiet part.
I think our society, our world could use a little bit more of that. Sit down, be quiet, think about things.
No question. Yeah. No question.
Yeah, we need more time for reflection in the world.
Yes, sir.
I think with me mentioning Baz, it's finally time for us to get into the Odyssey, which Pigskin Preacher has seen and I have seen, and I loved it, and Baz did not. And part of the reason that Baz did not like it is it was too long.
Well, there's no car chases, and they didn't have a bunch of
not even a boat chase.
They didn't have a bunch of songs from the 70s on the soundtrack.
They didn't break out in song like
which is pretty popular these days for films to be anachronistic and
Elvis a few years ago.
Yeah.
So my two sons are, what are they, 36 and 33. So we gave them a pretty good musical education. They knew a little bit of everything in growing up.
Yeah.
But they would pull songs like, I know that song. I'm like, how do you know this song? Weird Al did it. Baz is like that with the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. There'll be a good song, and he'll know the song. I'm like, man, I'm impressed, David. You knew that song. I was in Guardians of the Galaxy. So he likes those soundtracks. So maybe if Christopher Nolan could have had Odysseus, talking
selling to Brandy.
Brandy, what a fine girl. Okay. When he was
Penelope, what a fine girl.
Thank you. Exactly. So, Baz is a multimedia type. So, but I thought it was really good.
It was really good. And I think some of the complaints for Baz, almost all the complaints that Baz thrown where I didn't find legitimate. What do you mean a movie's too long? It was too long for you because you didn't necessarily enjoy the movie, but if you enjoy the movie, the length doesn't necessarily matter. Like Lawrence of Arabia is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's 3 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yep.
I love it.
Django Unchained goes on forever, but I break it into parts. But I especially like the part where they show up and Don Johnson is mean-mouthing them, and that's probably my favorite part.
Goodfellas, another one.
Goodfellas goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
it does.
that's the nature of epics. And we don't really make epics in Hollywood anymore.
No.
But the Odyssey it's the epic. So
it's the OG epic.
And it's relatively, it could have been 2 movies. It could have been 5 hours long.
You know who I thought was pretty good, and I never liked the guy before, but I came away with grudging admiration for his performance in this, was the guy that played one of the suitors, the kid from all the vampire movies.
Oh, I love Robert Pattinson. I think he's really good.
Pattinson was a good villain, man. I wanted to go and smack him through the screen, even though that was impossible.
So he's a good actor. He got a bad rap because he was in the Twilight movies,
right.
but he was in Good Time, which was one of the Safdie's movies who made Uncut Gems. And he was in Tenet, another Christopher Nolan movie. He's in 5 movies this year.
5 movies?
5 movies.
Man, that's a busy young man.
He's in The Odyssey, along with Zendaya. He's also in the drama, which also has Zendaya. And he's in Dune 3, which also has Zendaya. So they are in 3 movies together this year.
See a pattern evolving.
That girl has got something kind of magical about her, and I can't really figure out what it is. She's really cute, obviously, but she's just got this ethereal sense to her that she's like above the fray and all that. I mean, it's not for nothing that they had the girl playing Athena. She's playing a goddess in there, and that would be a daunting task.
To use a word that's big with the kids these days, she has
aura.
Aura. Thank you,
knew where I was going with that.
I know. I have aura. I can recite all of the notorious B.I.G. lyrics. I'm like, that's probably not a great proof of aura.
Yeah,
but,
So the other
I love
two,
it when you call me Big Papa.
yeah, hypnotize me. But the other 2 movies that Robert Pattinson are in, he's in Here Comes the Flood, which is a Netflix movie that has Denzel Washington in it.
Ooh.
And he is in Primetime, which is the Chris Hansen story. He's playing Chris Hansen this year.
As in Catch a
To
Predator,
Catch a Predator,
guy?
Chris Hansen.
They're doing a movie about that?
Yeah, which I imagine they're going to take the angle of maybe this show wasn't very good because it was, I think it was setting people up and taking advantage of people and all kinds of stuff.
Shocking.
But I think there was some bad undertones to that show.
Listen, that's gonna bring back bad memories for me. Back when McDonald's did that Monopoly thing and everybody's trying to win $1 million.
Yeah. Did you ever watch McMillions?
I did, and the mob was running this, and it was a scam. You know that when you were trying to get the pizzas at McDonald's, the mob was completely behind this, and it was all rigged. The whole thing.
The whole thing was
rigged. Do you have Max?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, watch the McMillions documentary. It's
okay.
good.
I will.
It was pretty
I'm a
entertaining.
huge documentary fan, so you don't have to twist my arm.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny too.
That's all I needed, Trey, was another reason to be cynical about contests and games and other things like this.
Have you seen along the same lines, different, but Pepsi Where's My Jet, which is a Netflix
Yes, I watched
movie?
that. I watched that.
Pepsi did some marketing campaign. You can win, a month's supply of Pepsi, or
it's basically rewards. If you buy so many Pepsi, you can earn up points.
This wasn't the thing they were doing with Yoda, was it? Like you look on the bottom of the cab.
I don't think so.
But essentially, you like proofs of purchase you had to collect, and if you had so many, they would give you like an F-14 or something like that. Well, this guy, I mean, it was
supposed
totally,
to be unattainable.
It was a joke, right? Nobody's going to buy this much Pepsi. This guy figured out what it would cost. I mean, like renting warehouse space, the equipment to move these cases of Pepsi around. And by God, he had enough to get the jet. And they were like, well, it's a joke. And he said, no, I want my jet.
No fine print. Yeah. There was no fine print. He wants his jet. So. Yeah, it was a pretty good doc.
So a good year for Pattinson then. But I thought he was good as the
he is
as the villain. He was a good villain.
He was. He played a weasel very well.
He was a great weasel.
I do movie reviews for every movie that I watched on Letterboxd. The link is on my Twitter if anybody wants to look at those. But I also did a movie review for Raising Arizona.
Nice.
But this is a shameless plug of my Letterboxd because anyone that watches movies, I'd love to talk with them about it. This was my movie review. A great adaptation to the modern times of a foundational text that we all pretty much know the story of. A few changes were made to the story, but all seemed like the right one to make. Making Odysseus more human and relatable is a good thing. This is an adaptation of a poem from 3,000 years ago that was in turn a written down version of a story that was told orally for over 400 years before that.
Wow.
The story was changed and altered countless times before it was ever written down. That's how oral tradition works. So it fits to change it just a little bit. It's also strangely a perfect follow-up to Oppenheimer, where Oppenheimer was about a man that was conflicted and wasn't necessarily happy with the choices he made.
That's a great connection.
Unleashing.
Because he was haunted for the rest of his life that he had unleashed forces that you could not put back in the box. And it really bothered him about that. And you remember what he said when he saw the initial detonation.
So I have become death.
I have become death. The Destroyer of Worlds. He was quoting the Bhagavad Gita.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't hear Fauci quoting the Bhagavad Gita yesterday or anything. I would like to plead the fifth. What color tie are you wearing? I'd like to plead the fifth.
So part of what made the Odyssey great is, and if you love movies, you'll appreciate stuff like this, a lot of it's not CGI. They're really out on the water. They're not on the tank in some studio.
Mm-hmm.
They're really in a cave, and the Cyclops is a big puppet or animatronic. It's not CGI, although you can't tell it's a puppet.
My wife had a wonderful observation about that. I said, what about the Cyclops, man? You know, he's like trying to catch people and eat them and all this. She said, yeah. And his eye was sideways. So he's only got one
freaky,
eye, and even the eye is kind of a sconce. So, she noticed that. I did too.
Another one of the practical effects was, when the men are eating and they turn into an animal, pretty much.
Yeah, Cersei.
Those were
the
also animatronics that she could form as they were basically eating. It wasn't CGI.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, that movie was based obviously on the Odyssey, hence the. But it was kind of like a prequel of sorts, if you will. The movie Troy was based on the Iliad.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was pretty good. I mean, nobody went crazy, but I thought Pitt was great in it. And who was the little weasel? Orlando Bloom that played the Pattinson weasel role. And Eric Bana was good. But I like those epics, man. Those are
a lot
of
people don't know that the Iliad and the Odyssey are actually 2 parts of an 8-part series.
What happened to the rest of it?
The only problem is
we don't know where
the
the
other
rest of
6
it
have
is.
been lost to history.
Exactly.
Those were the only 2 that have ever been written down.
Those are 2 pretty good stories.
Yeah. A lot of people think the fall of Troy and like the death of Achilles and stuff is in the Iliad. It's not. It's not in the Iliad.
Right.
It's actually in 2 books that follow the Iliad, pretty much. But we know sort of the gist of some of the stories of the other books, so we kind of tack it on to the Iliad.
So Trey, I'm kind of nervous, a little bit skittish even, about giving away any plot spoilers about movies, because for 20-something years, Acree's been yelling at me that I gave away the ending of $1 Million Baby 2 days after it debuted.
I've heard this.
He
I've
runs
heard
his
this
mouth
discussion once or
incessantly.
twice.
So I try not to say what happened. This happened. But there was some stuff in this that happened that was pretty fascinating.
Well, how do you spoil the Odyssey? Like, doesn't everyone pretty much know the story at this point?
Yeah, it's been around 3,000 years.
It's your fault if you don't know the story of the Odyssey.
Based on your review, and if you can do so without, committing the crime of spoiling the outcome, but as you said, we all know the outcome of the Odyssey. But what are some of those changes, those adaptations that you thought worked?
There's some stuff that's omitted, like when Odysseus is in the cave with the Cyclops in the poem. There's basically a pun on his name being Odyssey, or he says his name is Odyssey, which means nobody in Greek, but it doesn't translate to English that well.
Right.
In the poem, he says, "My name's Nobody." So then, when they attack him, the rest of the Cyclops ask, "What's wrong?" or "Who's attacking you?" And he says, "Nobody's attacking me." So then they don't come and help the Cyclops. It's like a pun on words, pretty much. There's stuff like that. We don't actually see any gods except for Athena. I think you actually see Hermes and a few others in the original Odyssey, if I remember correctly.
And the whole story is basically predicated on these things are all happening because they angered the gods.
Yeah.
It's the wrath of the gods. Sure. So that's kind of how they...
But I think there's a few omissions, and then the casting choices where people were bagging on the casting choices. It worked out. Everybody did well.
I thought the cast was good. I didn't see any clunky performances.
I didn't either. And people complaining about Helen of Troy being black or something. It's like,
I think you know why they're complaining about that. It's kind of like the Bridgerton thing. If you saw that, it's like the British royal family, they were all black. It's like they weren't black. Well, of course they weren't black, but
it's like, do you get mad when we do a Shakespeare adaptation and they change the I mean, that's the same thing.
Denzel played
Macbeth a couple years ago.
Yeah, I like that. So.
I was going to say about the Odyssey, people have been complaining about movies not sticking to the script of the book for as long as they've been making movies.
Right.
So
Pretty much.
I guess that's just part of the course.
Well, that's part of the reason why I was talking about this movie being part of oral tradition. This story's changed so many times over the years before it was ever written down. So it makes sense to just change it a little bit. It's in line with the story pretty much.
Right.
But yeah, I recommend people go see it. It's a good movie.
3 hours that you will be glad that you invested. It's an epic, and it's good. It's going to win some awards.
It will for sure win awards.
It will.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
And I think the last hour is probably the best thing Nolan's ever done. Yeah.
Nice.
Like when you actually see the fall of Troy, it's pretty amazing.
And that was Odysseus was tormented by guilt that he tricked those guys. You know, he didn't live up to his own code. It
goes against Zeus's law.
Goes against the law of Zeus. So yeah, that's
well, okay. That's enough Odyssey talk. I think we're on the right side of history, and Baz is probably on the wrong side of history. I'll just throw that out.
Well, those guys usually are, so that's all right. We love them in spite of that.
We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit of sports on the next one.
Where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood, and the manufacturer has stepped up and we're going to move some vehicles. The vehicle you've been waiting for and dream of is here, but not for long. These deals end July 31st, so hurry in right now. This is the biggest sell of the summer. I've got Ram trucks up to $20,000 off, and that includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. I've got the all-new Grand Cherokees up to $10,000 off. We've got the new Grand Wagoneers under $60,000 starting at $59,997. And I also got the new Rams, including the 10-year 100, starting at $39,997. We're paying top dollar for your trade. So get pre-approved at FletcherCredit.com. Shop online at FletcherDeals.com. When these deals are gone, they're gone. So get down to 5922 Warden Road in Sherwood or call us at 501-834-7700.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and the new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The United States has been in the grip of World Cup fever recently as the soccer epicenter of the world came to North America. Record crowds, raucous celebrations, and a good run to the Final 16 for the American squad made it a great tournament. Watching foreign visitors go gaga over barbecue, free chips and salsa, and endless refills reminds us all that there is more that we have in common than the things that might separate us. It's too bad these folks didn't have games in the natural state, because they would have loved Doublebees. Breakfast Sammy's, Chester's Chicken, Big Rock Pizza, and amazing snacky treats would have made them fall in love with Arkansas. Doublebees is America's best-kept secret. Help get the word out, because Doublebees is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebees.
Listen to Morning Mayhem for your chance to finish the lyric of a Justin Moore song, brought to you by Hagen's Chrysler, Dodge Ram in Morrilton. With a huge selection of Ram trucks ready to roll with a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Shop online at HagensDCMotors.com.
Honda of Russellville, proud to celebrate 47 years of serving Arkansas families. Come celebrate with big savings store-wide through September 26th. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4 Tracks Foreman 4x4 with the a dependable 518cc engine and long travel suspension ready for work or the weekend. See why folks from all over Arkansas choose Honda of Russellville. Great prices and hometown service for 47 years. Honda recommends the Foreman for riders 16 years and older. Always wear a helmet and take an ATV rider course.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and businesses trust CertaPro painters. From detailed residential work to professionally managed commercial projects, CertaPro delivers craftsmanship to protect your investment. Visit CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And reserve your spring project today.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
The guys aren't perfect, so if you hear them say something wrong, let them know at 501-661-1037.
I usually play this song about halfway through the Arkansas football season.
The thrill is gone.
But
it's gone away.
I just like the song, so I'm playing it.
Oh, man.
A lot of feedback. We got some people like our movie talk, some people don't. One person said yawn. The other person said loving the show this morning. What do we have to do to get your own show? That's another one. But texter from the 501 says, morning, fellas. Great to have you three back on. Love the show yesterday. Y'all keep up the good work. Mayhem will be back with the nonsense. Glad y'all let each other talk. This person said, I'm trying to pull it up. Yeah, I alluded to this. They said bards would travel Greece and recite things like the Odyssey, the Iliad, Sappho, and everything. I haven't seen the movie yet, but studied the poem extensively in school. I'm enjoying this morning just like yesterday. So yeah, like I said, they were oral history.
Sure.
And you told these around fires and stuff like that. And if a part of the story didn't work, then they would change it to make it work.
Altered it.
That's how it worked.
Speaking of bards and troubadours and buskers and those things, you saw the tragic death of Glenn Hansard yesterday. The Irish singer, 56 years old, died in a motorcycle crash in Dublin. Man, I hate to see that. That movie Once he was in, that was really good. Yeah.
Who is this?
Glenn Hansard.
He
did that Falling Slowly. It won the best song in the Oscars that year.
What movie was it for?
Once. That was
never
the
seen
name.
it.
You haven't seen Once? Oh, you got to watch it. Especially now that he's dead, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
But,
Speaking of the various feedback we've gotten, some love us, some don't. I got
it's not going to be for everybody.
Text from one David Basil yesterday. Apparently, the word has gotten to Florida that we might have been, as he put it, bagging on them a little bit.
All I said was an 18-year-old Basil would be a prize conquest down in Key West. That's all I said, David. That's it. That's the truth.
And Mama Baz actually texted you during the show and said it was going well
Mama
yesterday,
Baz loved the show, so he got to take that up with Mama Baz.
Yeah.
That's right.
We were making fun of them quite a bit.
Well, I make fun of them when I'm in here in person.
Yeah, we weren't doing anything we wouldn't do to their face pretty much.
Exactly. But I was promised that a turnabout would occur when they're back. Don't forget, we'll be back.
This texter said, the nerd alert is going off like crazy. Yes, it is.
That's actually funny.
Jake says, best work no one has ever done. Bold statement, Wizard. I said the last hour was the best work that no one has ever done. I don't necessarily... I think I have it second. I ranked the Nolan's movies. I've seen them all. But it's second on my Nolan movies.
You know why I think I like the ending so much? Damon did such a good job of conveying exhaustion. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And the older I get, I feel exhausted most of the time. I'm like, I'm tired. I mean, he's 55.
Yeah.
So, you get in your 50s. You're not, 20 anymore.
One of the complaints that Baz said is like, why did we get Damon for Odysseus? Shouldn't he have been this big jack guy? I was like, well, he's been away for 20 years. Like, I mean.
No, he was great.
He's supposed to be old.
The physical condition of the man.
He looked great.
He looked remarkable for 55. I mean, man.
This person said, if Roger ever gets remote access to Nerd Alert while he's gone, you're in trouble. That's true. Texter from the 501 says, there's generally a fraction of truth in myth. That's true. is they were trying to rationalize things that they didn't quite understand.
That is a great observation.
Very good
I'm going to go at the break here. I'm going to go write that on the bathroom wall. That's good.
There's a reason that every culture pretty much has a flood myth. There was probably a flood at some point.
Gilgamesh. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
So there is a fraction of truth, but we kind of lose it over the years.
Well, keep in mind, Christian, there's a fraction of truth on Morning Mayhem. You just got to dig to find it.
Yes.
Truth and fiction.
On the other side, we may continue with movie reviews and talk about our Hawks home movie review, which is Raising Arizona.
I can't wait.
I got a lot of fun facts on it. It's going to be really good.
Just give me a call. Stop me now. Having a good time. Stop. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't want to stop at all.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Thursday in the zone, we get a bonus acre-free zone. So Phil Elson will be holding it down with I Did Not See That Coming. Plus, we'll get to talk to Coach Matt Zimmerman, Dr. Lawrence O'Malley from UAMS Ortho. Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott will join us as well, plus ESPN's Myron Metcalf. And we'll get some odds from Oaklawn's Zach Gillum. A ton happening Thursday in the zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
No matter what you do,
you were finished.
We can't be stopped.
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
103.7 The Buzz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
KABZ Little Rock.
High schools are teaming up with the Arkansas Opioid Recovery Partnership to end drug abuse. Prevention recovery coordinators will help students dealing with drug addiction thanks to that new recovery education program. 14 new coordinators made up the program's first cohort of graduates. 4 will be working at 2 districts in central Arkansas. And Arkansas State Police has released year-to-year comparisons showing a drop in deaths on the road. There have been 245 traffic deaths through July 29th of 2026, which is down from 292 through the same date last year. A total of 569 traffic deaths were downward trend from 2021 to 2024. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be another hot day, but not terribly hot. High of 94 degrees in Little Rock. There will be a heat advisory for the afternoon and early evening hours, plus a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. And then tonight, everything gets quiet, partly cloudy, with an overnight low around 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
Hey, it's Christian Weaver here. Can we agree that summer is way better when your body actually cooperates? Because if joint pain is slowing you down, knees, hips, shoulders, back, you're probably missing out on the best parts of summer. Maybe it's walking the neighborhood, playing with the grandkids, golfing, fishing, hiking, or just getting through the day without hurting. That's why so many people are turning to QC Kinetics. They're the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and they help people find lasting relief from chronic joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Best part, QC Kinetics is right here in Wood Rock, and they're offering free pain evaluations right now. Just call 501-393-1159. You'll meet with a medical professional, learn what's causing your pain, and see if their natural regenerative treatments could help you feel like yourself again. But don't wait too long. Appointments are filling up fast this summer. Call QC Kinetics now at 501-393-1159. That's 501-393-1159.
Rodney Carrington, live on stage.
If you're single and 50, nothing out there. It's like walking up on an avocado band. There's like 7 left. 5 are rotten, 2 are suspect. You just end up leaving with an onion.
Saturday, September 19th at Saracen Casino Event Center. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster.
I got crabs. I know it's real bad.
Don't miss Rodney Carrington.
Not the kind you eat at Joe's, but the kind of make your girlfriend mad.
Produced by Saracen Casino Resort.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and I just want to say thank you to the great people in the state of Arkansas for making us the nation's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer. That's right, folks. We are #1 in the entire nation, according to Stellantis' own internal report card. And if you want to find out why, you want to make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs during the Make This Summer event. Or check us out online at redriverdodge.com for the best deals in the entire state.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Bass tournaments and some of the best fishing spots in the state. It's Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge and his crew. Fishing Arkansas is presented by Shelter Agent Jamie Marsh and Stanley Hardware. Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge on 103.7 The Buzz.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
The seasons are always changing, but one thing should stay the same: the comfort of your home. Let the heat and air professionals at BR McGinty keep your family warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call today.
BR McGinty, yeah.
Razorback basketball heading to the Bahamas for the Baha Mar Summer League game starting Friday. This is Trey Schapp. Join me as I call in live from the Baha Mar Resort in Nassau. I will join each show on The Buzz daily with special bonus content on The Buzz social media platforms. Coverage of the Hogs in the Bahamas presented by Bet Saracen, UAMS Health, Gen Wealth Financial Advisors, and the University of Arkansas System.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio.
Oh my goodness me!
Here are David Basil.
He's got Vincent Ontavarello out.
Roger Scott.
I don't know Chickapiggy baseball law.
And Justin Moore.
That's how a pro chef would tell you to eat it.
What are you doing?
Welcome back into Morning Mayhem. It's Christian Weaver here. David and Roger are both in Florida enjoying the Keys, I guess. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but Trey Reed is here with me.
Is that a metaphor, Christian, and they're enjoying the Keys? Does that mean something?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm just checking. I'm just messing with them again. Enjoying the Keys.
I was looking at a map yesterday.
Pigskin.
I think they're in Marathon, and that is basically...
They went all the way to Greece? Baz loved
Isn't that where
the
Ernest
Odyssey
Hemingway
so
used
much.
to fish?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one end of the 7 Mile Bridge, which is iconic.
Right.
You know, down there in the Keys. Yeah,
I've heard of
Hemingway had the house on Whitehead Street in Key
I can't
West.
see Baz with all of his attention deficit issues. I can't see him just going out fishing for hours.
What
he would get bored.
That was why he hit me up yesterday.
He would get bored.
Looks like I've got a little free time tomorrow and Saturday, and he knows that I've got some contacts down there, and wanted to see. And I said it's going to be pretty tough to find somebody on a day's notice or 2 days' notice, but we'll try. So I've got some calls in.
So they want to go on some type of a fishing trip.
Yeah, Baz does.
Land a tarpon or something.
Yeah, tarpon. That's what he wants to go tarpon fishing.
That's good.
Trey, do you believe a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work? Or
I think so. I'm gonna.
What if you just don't catch anything though?
It's okay. Yeah, there's a famous quote, and I don't know who wrote it or said it, but men go fishing all their lives without knowing it is not fish they are after.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's really good. That is good. I prefer fishing where you guys go out and catch all these fish, and then you cook them, and then I come and help you eat them.
Bring them over.
I don't want to clean them or catch them. I just want to eat them.
We've been talking about doing another. We did it probably 3 or 4 years ago. Did a fish fry for Morning Mayhem down in the parking lot. We had a bunch of I think it was walleye we had that year.
Oh, that's maybe the best eating fish there is. It's unbelievable.
I've never had it.
Unbelievable.
Walleye, and everybody in Arkansas, crappie's the best, but
I do like crappie.
I think the secret's out on walleye now. Everybody knows that it's actually a little bit better.
So how do you eat a walleye? Do you fry it?
You can, yeah.
Fillet them, fry them up into little, kind of like catfish bits. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Anything like that.
Next door, Brave New has walleye on their menu.
I never go to Brave New that I do not order fish. That's the best place for fish, I think, in town.
I think our former producer said he would never order seafood in a way.
I heard that, and he was wrong. Justin, that's when Justin got his ire up at that boy.
Smart ass.
Yeah, exactly. And no, if you don't think that the folks at Brave New Restaurant know about fish, you don't know anything about fish, because they do. And Arkansas is a good fishing place. I'm telling you this. I mean, that's your career. But
our proximity to the Gulf, I mean, I get it, inland, and you think the fish isn't going to be.
I don't want to eat oysters in Wyoming necessarily. I get that,
right?
But, still in all, I mean,
we do have these things called airplanes.
I heard about that.
Fast trucks and things like that these days that can get.
Hey,
food
Sinatra is getting
to
lobsters from Maine flown into Palm Springs, so if he can do it, if it's good enough for old Blue Eyes, it's good enough for us.
Several texters have said they've also never had walleye. Maybe we should get together and we'll just go eat walleye together.
Walleye's fantastic. And look, the crappie or / bluegill, great eating.
I like
fish.
crappie.
Oh,
I also like bass.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't met many fish that I don't like.
Same.
I
can eat fish every day. I hardly ever get sick.
Do you like freshwater fish or saltwater fish?
I prefer saltwater fish, but
really?
Yeah. I mean, they're just really good. I mean, just think about like
tuna and stuff.
Tuna and mahi and they're
flounder,
halibut,
cod,
flounder.
Cod basically fed the world.
Yeah.
1,000, 2,000 years.
Yeah, dry.
Till they
pack it in a bunch of salt.
Till they fished them all
Cure
up,
it.
pretty much. Salt cod, bacala. That's right.
You ever had fermented shark?
I have not.
Yeah. They do that over in Iceland, I believe. Yeah. I hear it's really nasty.
It doesn't sound good to me.
Yeah,
I've had
shark's pretty
kimchi.
good. I have eaten shark. It is pretty good.
You don't eat the fin. That's what they put in the soup. Shark fin soup.
Shark fin soup. Yeah. Should mention, we mentioned in the first hour, but Billy Ray Smith Jr., Arkansas legend, passed away at the age of 64 yesterday.
64. For those of you that are young, like
Me.
Christian,
Yeah.
that's right. This guy was a force on a football field. And he was the best defensive player in college football. And that was at a time when Hugh Green and some others, Ricky Jackson were roaming the sidelines. Billy Ray Smith Jr. was a tremendous football player. He really was. I would love, I'm sure Baz will be on Monday talking about his old teammate and everything, but that guy he was a force. And when you hear CTE, you just wince. I mean, they pay such a high price to perform at that level, but he was tough, and his old man was tough.
That's right.
They were tough Arkies.
Yeah, I mean, that was, he played at a time, Basil did too, when, I probably would have been 5th, 6th, 7th grade. I mean, huge Razorback fan. And I mean, Billy Ray Smith Jr. was, that was a time, to your point, Pigskin, defensive players didn't get the headlines. Their names weren't known like maybe as much as
not like today.
Not like today.
You
right.
go and look at the draft today, and the top 10 picks, 7,
Half
8
defense,
of them defenders.
Yeah.
You didn't used to see that back then, but you do now because defense now is valued. Guess what? If you don't let the other guy score, you're probably going to win.
You can't lose.
You can't lose. Okay, you'll at least tie. That's right.
This texter says, "Can you ask Trey how we put a regulation on a 3-fish tournament when it gets hot?" Or
I think what they're asking is that somebody that somebody sent me a Facebook message or something recently. When it gets super hot like this, obviously it's tough on fish, and there are those and a lot of tournament directors will not hold tournaments this time of year, but because of that, and obviously as a conservation agency, we would encourage tournament directors to lay off the tournaments. When you put 5 fish in a live well, there's oxygen, there's water, but they're all crowded in there. It's hot.
Exactly.
You can add ice, you can add non-iodized salt. There's some other things you can do to help them out, but it's not good to have fishing tournaments this time of year. I think that's what that listener is getting into. Could we make a rule where you couldn't keep as many fish to bring to a weigh-in or something like that?
Okay. This texter from the 870 said, in the words of Hank Hill from King of the Hill, one of the scholars of our time, we don't fish for the fish. 90% of what I like about this is sport, and it is a sport. It's sitting in the boat for 5 hours doing nothing, and the icing on the cake is when God smiles on you and you hook one.
Oh.
And when you're reeling it in, everything else fades away. You don't think about taxes or traffic or that pushy gal that's trying to get into the Citadel, or who's going to take care of you when your mother and I are old and incapacitated. All there is a man, a rod, a lake, and a fish.
Oh, Hank Hill! Put him up there with the Stoics and others.
Listen, Mike Judge is one of the great minds of our time.
I won't argue that at all.
I'm a huge Mike Judge fan. The first time I saw Beavis and Butthead when MTV was actually a thing, I must have laughed for 20 minutes. I'm like, I've went to school with guys like this. I mean, this is really true to life. Judge was fantastic.
There's a great fishing quote, and I'm going to paraphrase because I'll get it wrong. I think this is the writer's name is Buchan, and John Buchan, and it's fishing is about the pursuit of what is elusive but attainable, a perpetual series of occasions for hope.
Whoa,
that's a metaphor for life, isn't it?
Right?
I like that.
I've written a number of articles using that to sort of draw that parallel.
I think you can make a lot of comparisons between life and fishing.
Yeah, most of life is just sitting around waiting on stuff.
Yes.
You think about that. I mean, how much of your life are you just in line or in traffic or in the queue,
you just
sit around waiting.
Was it the actor? Was it Lee Marvin that said they don't pay me to act, they pay me to wait?
That's it.
I don't remember if that was Lee Marvin or who it was.
That sounds like something Lee Marvin would have said.
But text from the 501 says, if I shoot a deer with a bow and it wasn't lethal, then can I then basically kill the deer with a firearm?
No, not technically. If there's not a firearm season open, you cannot.
Does Trey think forward-facing sonar will lower the crappie limit in the future?
Yeah, it's a big topic of discussion, and the short answer is I don't know. Okay. But I do know that the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has already done some research, surveying anglers. We're constantly out there multiple times a year. We're not counting every fish. Obviously, it's not a census, but we can track trends and how many did we catch this year versus the next year versus the next, and can react to that and make regulations if necessary. And so the other thing you got to keep in mind, man, these are not like, we have 1 or 2 babies as humans. They have tens of thousands. I mean, nobody wants to see a population crash, but even with the pressure that anglers might put on with forward-facing sonar, a lot of fish babies being born every year. A population can bounce back, is what I'm saying. But forward-facing sonar debate is a fun one that's not going to go away, and we could talk about it for hours. But maybe we better do that on an outdoor show rather than morning.
Do you still get turkey tags with your deer tags during the deer season?
Yes, and that was a change this year. Last year, we went to a system trying to track how many people are actually turkey hunting, so you had to basically go in after you bought your license and have the turkey tag added to it. Not going to happen. Just when you buy your license, your deer tags and your turkey tags will be there.
So how does a wild turkey taste? I don't mean the booze. I mean,
fantastic.
Are they good?
Yeah,
Turkey's
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Really
Really?
good.
I don't think I've ever eaten one.
Yeah, they're really good.
Turkey strips? Is that how you?
Yeah,
how you
that's a
usually-
lot of people just cut it up into strips, batter it, and deep fry it.
That's my preferred way.
We've got I did a recipe for our now defunct television show where we took the thighs and legs, which a lot of people will just, it's
Discard.
a lot tougher. Yeah, they'll just discard it. So we cooked it in a pressure cooker and then made it into a chili verde with cream. And
Pretty
you
good.
make like tacos. Oh, it was fantastic. Much like chicken and other turkeys, that dark meat is
flavorful.
It's got a lot of flavor to it.
So
Yeah.
chicken thighs, all the hipster
nothing better.
doofuses like my son, that's what they traffic in. They don't
Yeah.
want to have these ginormous steroid-laden chicken breasts. They want the chicken thighs.
I love
And,
the chicken thigh.
they're
When they
pretty- they're pretty
started,
good.
the meat processor started doing the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I mean, a watershed moment in my life.
Bigly.
Yeah.
This person said, wild hog is better too, even though I've heard people saying its meat is useless. I've always heard that like wild hog was so tough.
Probably depends on what they eat, doesn't it?
I haven't found that to be true, but yeah, I mean that's
They're eating
whatever
acorns or
right.
something, or
but I mean,
yeah.
you think about it, like acorns is a huge food source. There's a ham. I mean, in Spain, they feed the pigs acorns.
Yeah,
just to
I
get
forgot
the
what it's
quality of
called.
Is it
I think it starts with an
Iberico?
A. Albera?
Iberian something?
Iberian?
Yeah.
So
Iberian. I think it's Iberian.
Iberian. Mhm.
But the
Iberian Peninsula.
I haven't. I think wild hog is pretty tasty myself. I will say that the boars can have a rank quality at times. I remember I went over to we were shooting a video of some duck hunting, and we go over to the folks' camp, and we walk in, and there's just this horrendous smell. And it turns out they're cooking wild boar sausage, and it just.
I've heard it's
A little
very
gamey,
gamey. I've heard it's extremely gamey as well.
Yeah, the boars now, like a
Just a
sow
regular
or
hog,
a young
okay.
one. I mean, they're.
Did you
it's
see
just
at
a
the
pig.
zoo this week? The peccary had some little
I saw
pecklets.
that.
Oh yeah, no,
the little,
I didn't.
the little tiny pigs. They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
walking around. They're cute.
I hadn't
man.
seen that. No,
Iberico.
Iberico. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This person says, where was it? Oh, does Pigskin remember a song that was made about Billy Smith? I can't find it online. What do you think?
There was a song about.
Yeah.
No, I do
I
not
never heard of it.
remember that.
I guess it should be embarrassing for me because I am an Arkansas fan, but I'm not extremely caught up on the history of Arkansas athletics in terms of.
You're not Rick Schaefer. In other words.
I'm not like pre my birth.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about Arkansas. I can tell you, 1969, the shootout and all that Orange Bowl. But
I mean, that's fair. I don't know much about like what happened in the 50s and 60s. I mean,
But-
some of the high moments, yeah. Like,
25 Little Pigs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Absolutely.
Great story.
in other sports, I can. Like, I can tell you everything you need to know about the NBA before my birth.
Well, you're more interested in basketball than you are in other things.
And I can tell you a lot of stuff about soccer before my birth. I can tell you about the Hungarian national team in 1954.
Nice.
But
that's pretty good.
But
that's esoteric.
Don't get him on Emil Zatopek. He'll wear you out on that.
But yeah, I need to catch up on my Arkansas history, I guess. If I'm going to be on the radio, which I have been for 7 years.
Those were some great moments when Billy Ray Smith Jr. played. The late 70s, early 80s were some fantastic teams. I think I alluded to it yesterday.
And for Hog fans, Trey, that are tired of having no defense, those boys back on those teams tackled.
Great defense.
Great defenses.
Great defenses. That's how you get to the Orange Bowl in 78, the Sugar Bowl in 79, back-to-back years playing Oklahoma.
They shut that Oklahoma team, which was explosive. They shut them down.
Yeah.
Held them to 6 points.
31-6, wasn't it?
31-6. Yeah. Rolling Sales, running wild.
Yeah.
Dan Hampton, Jimmy Walker, patrolling and clogging up the middle. Yeah, those. Listen, if I were picking out something today, I mean, everybody, we got to have a quarterback. I get that. I would almost take a dominating defensive line over any other position group because if you control the line of scrimmage and get after the quarterback and shut the run down, you're going to be in every game.
Pigskin, that's why we're seeing so many defensive linemen going at the top of the draft these days.
They know that. They say you got a good defensive lineman, you're going to be a formidable team.
Yeah.
That's it.
Text from the 870. Trey, I know y'all have gotten a little backlash over the 1050 permit for any non-hunting and fishing activities on WMAs. What's WMA?
Wildlife Management Area.
Okay. I think it's a good thing to help fund management because hunters shouldn't be the only one paying for management when other people are enjoying it. My question is, does that just apply to the state-owned WMAs or all WMAs?
It applies only to Arkansas Game and Fish Commission-owned WMAs, which I believe is about 60% of them. I think there's 61 WMAs which it applies to, and you can see that list at agfc.com, but it does not apply to we have areas that are called WMAs that we don't own, like Sylamore WMA, which is a Sylamore district of the Ozark National Forest, or Arkansas Natural Heritage Commission owns a bunch of natural areas that are also managed as WMA. So it doesn't apply to any of those. Only properties owned by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission or lakes owned by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
This text from the 870 said, how would tusk taste after eating all those grapes?
Oh, man.
Hey, that's sacrilege. You can't talk about eating tusk. Tusk is grandfathered in.
It's like Athena's statue being struck down in the Odyssey.
And you saw what happened. Okay.
Not a spoiler alert. Not a spoiler alert. It's a 3,000-year-old story. Let's see. Potential Morning Mayhem question of the day. I think this is too niche, but what is your favorite Hank Hill quote? I'll start. Butane is a bastard gas.
I got a good one. When his son Bobby decided to form a Christian rock band, he said, "Son, can't you understand you're not making Christianity better? You're only making rock and roll worse."
So we had a person text yesterday talking about music because of my music choices and Pigskin elaborating on them. He said, Pigskin, you're a music lover. Do you love gospel music as much as I do?
Yes, with an asterisk. I generally like the old standards and a lot of the old hymns. And I like a lot of Thomas Dorsey stuff and things like that. I generally have a great disdain for modern contemporary Christian music.
It's so bad.
I think most of it stinks.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think I agree with Hank Hill about that. I'm like, this is third-rate tunes
not making
played by
Christianity
fourth-rate musician, played for non-judgmental types.
Speaking of gospel music, I've only been to Jazz Fest in New Orleans once, but the Gospel Tent, one of my favorite venues.
Well, that would kick, absolutely.
Do they have like a choir and everything?
They have everything, man.
Yeah, if I can hear the Preservation Hall Jazz Band playing, when the Saints go marching in, who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
But when I hear all this new stuff that they play at these, McChurches, these giant denominational,
Righteous Gemstone stuff.
Here's why you love the old stuff, because it is the root of country music,
it is.
Of rock and roll music,
Carter
of soul
family.
music.
That's it.
I mean, go tour Stax in Memphis, and you'll learn that.
Dude,
among other things.
That's exactly right. And that one of the reasons that Muscle Shoals is such a towering presence in world music. You had blacks and whites and country and R&B and gospel, and all this is coming together, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, Stax is a similar story.
Same thing.
I mean, yeah,
it was Al Bell, man.
Yeah.
One time, many years ago, when John Neighbors worked here, we were talking off the air about how bad or corny some modern Christian songs were, and he took the take on air and talked about how bad one of them were, and he got destroyed.
Oh, Christians are notoriously thin-skinned.
I was like,
about
I will.
those things.
It's like, I'll talk about it.
Say something
I'll talk about it
our
off
Lord.
the air.
I mean,
it's like, do you not love God?
I didn't
Like,
say
I didn't
anything
say
about
that.
the Lord. I'm saying for the Lord, he's probably tired of this really lame music. There was an episode of South Park that Cartman went back and got a bunch of 70s love songs and crossed out the names and put Jesus in there.
Yes.
And he had a platinum selling album. So
It was making fun of Creed, pretty much.
Yeah, making fun of Creed. That's right. I'm
That was
here
a great,
for anybody
great
that wants
episode.
to make fun of Creed. I'm here for you. I'm with you there.
That was a great episode.
It really was.
Texter from the 501 says, from the Arkansas 1982 preseason media guide, some great quotes from Billy Ray Smith, Lou Holtz, Keith Jackson, Fred Akers, among others. He's on the Mount Rushmore of Razorbacks.
I think that's right. I don't know how that you can't figure out a handful of players that were greater at their position than Billy Ray Smith was. He was a tremendous player.
This person said, did I tune into the wrong show? What is happening? Well, you tuned into Morning Mayhem that didn't have Roger Scott and David Basil. So if that makes it the wrong show, then potentially. But it's still Morning Mayhem.
Here,
It's just a little bit
I can
different.
do a Roger impersonating Jack Nicholson. I don't care what you think you're entitled to.
I don't give a damn what you think. Whoa!
That was Roger.
Whoa! There's my David Basil.
This person, I'm not familiar with his work, but Rich Mullins was the last truly great Christian artist. I stand by that because he was genuine.
I think he died tragically too young. It was kind of a sad story there.
Truly curious, texture from the 501. Pigskin seems anti-interdenominational church. Please ask him if he believes Jesus wanted us to separate his church into religions. Well, I don't think that.
No, that wasn't what I was saying. I was talking about these churches that generally have a worship service that's like up with people.
Right.
Which I detest.
The
that
Righteous
kind of
Gemstones stuff.
Yeah, the Righteous Gemstones,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Thank you. I don't want church to degenerate into a Righteous Gemstones thing.
Which
You're more of a traditionalist.
As much as I think Danny McBride is basically hilarious.
It's great.
I wouldn't want him as my preacher.
So
right, okay?
we are going to do the Hawks Home movie review on the other side on Raising Arizona. Pigskin and I had debated doing it, mentioning Danny McBride, debated doing it on This Is the End, which is the Seth Rogen and James Franco and Jonah Hill. It's basically a time capsule of that era. And it is the last truly good comedy movie, I think.
It's absolutely hysterical.
It's so
I
funny.
laugh myself.
I have not seen
sick.
that one.
You should
gonna
watch
have
it.
to check
It's
that
so
one
funny.
out.
What did
Add that to
McBride
my
say?
list.
Michael Cera's dead? Wasn't a total loss.
You should watch it. You'd love it. It's so funny.
good.
But we'll come back and do the Hawks Home movie review on the other side.
So get to that.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks. From Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly cloudy day with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, particularly this afternoon. Still kind of hot, high of 94, maybe heat index values reaching 105, so there is a heat advisory for this afternoon. Tonight, everything's quiet, partly cloudy with a low of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Your dream wedding starts right here. The Arkansas Democrat-Gazette Wedding Show returns Sunday, August 23rd to the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. Discover Arkansas's best wedding vendors, meet local experts, see the latest fashions, and find inspo for every detail of your big day, all in one place. With more than 50 exhibitors, amazing giveaways, and everything you need to plan your perfect wedding. This is a hometown tradition you don't want to miss. Sponsored in part by Dillard's and Crown Entertainment. Get your tickets today at arkansasbridalcommunity.com.
Hey, Roger Scott here. A while back, I took a road trip and somehow turned a 1-hour drive into 3 hours. Apparently, recalculating was just a suggestion. The good news? Finding fun is a lot easier. Just head to Oaklawn in Hot Springs. Oaklawn is Arkansas's only racing casino resort with a 24/7 smoke-free casino featuring more than 1,500 slot machines and all your favorite table games. And here's a fun fact. While most places close at some point, Oaklawn's casino is open around the clock. So whether you're an early bird or a night owl, they're ready for you. Oaklawn was also voted best casino in the 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. They've got great entertainment coming up, fantastic restaurants, a beautiful resort pool, and Astral Spa when you need a little relaxation. So don't gamble on boring weekend plans. Make it a sure bet. Make plans, grab some friends, and head to Oaklawn. Visit Oaklawn.com and book your getaway today.
There's nothing better than the great outdoors, especially when you have a great lawn and being outside enjoying it. But let's be honest, when the mosquitoes attack, it can be a real buzzkill. And just like the best defense against weeds is the team at Sanders Ground Essentials, the best defense against mosquitoes this summer is too. A monthly mosquito barrier from Sanders Ground Essentials can keep those mosquitoes away, which keeps my backyard parties going. On the web at sandersground.com. Sanders Ground Essentials. Let's get growing.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
David and Roger are hitting the road this summer, celebrating the Morning Mayhem Summer of Adventure presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs. Keep it on the buzz to find out where they're heading next.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it.
It's time for the Hawks Home Movie Review. The guys on Morning Mayhem have watched a movie that you may love, and now they're going to either heap praise on it or tear it apart. Thanks to Hawks Homes, offering custom-built and modular homes with more inventory than anyone in the state. To do business with the #1 dealer, go to hawkshomes.net. Now, to the movie review.
When there was no meat, we ate fowl. When there was no fowl, we ate crawdad. When there was no crawdad to be found, we ate sand.
You ate what?
We ate sand.
You ate sand?
You ate sand?
That's right.
There's so many great lines from Raising Arizona.
With a second iteration of that scene in the prison cell when he talks about dropping the crawdad, but I didn't put any water in. Just like popcorn.
He's like, you just tortured it. Oh, yeah. So many great lines from Raising Arizona. I texted the guys yesterday, the guys being Pigskin Preacher and Trey Reed, and I said, that's very loud, by the way, Caleb. I can hear your lightsaber in here. Caleb, show your lightsaber to the audience on the camera. That is a lightsaber. I told Trey Reed that's an actual lightsaber.
Wow, look at it. Oh, hey.
It lights up.
Although,
Nice.
it's not an actual lightsaber, of course, because those aren't possible.
I gotta get some of those for my grandkids.
He can control it with his phone. Like, he changes the colors.
That's insane.
Man, very cool.
Well, they don't have a phone, so that wouldn't work for them.
He also has a one of Darth Maul's, which is the double-sided lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That one's red.
Darth Maul was a good villain.
Darth Maul was a good villain in a
very intimidating,
pretty marginal movie.
Yeah, the movie stunk.
Yeah, that was not a good movie.
No, let's not review that one.
Yes, we're reviewing Raising Arizona. So anyway, I texted the guys before I got distracted by the lightsaber. Very easy to do. Bright lights, loud noises. That was a Morning Mayhem moment. I texted the guys and I said, not to spoil my review, but this is the best movie we have watched on Morning Mayhem Hawks Home Movie Review so far, which many could say, at least I could say, the bar was not incredibly high. We have watched some movies. Is that a hawk, by the way?
Yes, it is, and he's huge.
I'm sorry, another Morning Mayhem moment. There is a hawk outside.
He's catching
our window.
catching an animal. He's right out there.
Go walk up to the window.
This is great radio as we're watching a bird eating something.
Yeah, there is a hawk that has caught prey outside of our window across.
It's bouncing around like a mouse.
You got a mouse? That is a big bird.
He caught his prey outside our window across the.
He knew I was here today,
thing.
And I wanted to put on a wildlife show.
That's a spirit animal right there.
So
That's
I'm not
Trey's
going to do this, Trey, because I'm a live and let live guy. But let's say I went over there and just shot that bird. Because I
big trouble for you, Pigskin.
That would be a problem.
That would be a huge. Yeah.
So what would happen to me if I went out there and shot that?
Well, you
hawk?
could face federal charges, not just state charges, because they are protected as migratory birds.
So I
and
could
raptors.
go to the prison where they kept Martha Stewart in there.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you go to like Florence, the Supermax prison that has like Timothy McVeigh and people? You think it's
I don't think that you would probably end up at a Supermax, but
the government does not like you shooting.
No,
how long of a
or
sentence
hawks
is
or
that?
any of that.
No raptors. Yeah, you can't.
No
you,
raptors.
Yeah.
I like a raptor.
Birds of prey off the
yeah,
menu.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Raising Arizona, best movie we have reviewed thus far. We reviewed a few. I'm crapping on a bunch of movies, but we review a few movies I consider to be good. Smokey and the Bandit is one.
Oh, Smokey and the Bandit is a great flick.
Another one is we did Rambo, which Rambo is a good movie, and I said
First Blood was a great movie.
First Blood is a good movie.
The sequels weren't
sequels
quite
are
as
terrible.
good. Yeah,
I once said, or I said multiple times, there has never been a franchise that was more harmed by its sequels than First Blood, I think, because
that's fair.
Pretty much everyone thinks those movies are trash because the rest of them are trash.
The first one was solid, man.
I guess that kind of falls in line with Stallone and other franchises because Rocky, the first one's the best, and then it kind of steadily goes downhill.
I did like Mr. T in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
Shut up, old man. You just shot Balboa and give me mine.
I think I watched him through 4 and then gave up. I mean,
5
Ivan
is
Drago.
terrible.
Yeah, then he's fighting his kid or his protege. And
Tommy
I'm like,
Morrison,
I'm not
right?
doing this. Yeah, Tommy Morrison. Tommy
that movie's
Gunn.
terrible. And
the Russian one was pretty good.
Yeah, Drago.
It's extremely cheesy, but good.
Well, yeah, but
it was
the height of the
height of the Cold
War.
War.
It was the height of the Cold War, Christian. Those
I
commie
like it.
punks
We didn't
had
know
to go down.
Glasnost and Perestroika were coming soon
Thank
after.
you.
Yeah, that I liked 4, and then Rocky Balboa's really bad. And Creed's good. Creed once
I didn't
comes
see
back
that.
to Michael B.
I didn't
Jordan.
see that one.
That one's good. You should watch it. Anyway, back to Raising Arizona. This movie, its budget was $5.5 million. Box office $29.5 million. So it's not too bad. But lukewarm box office has since become a cult classic. It was 52nd at the box office in 1987.
You got to be
behind movies such as Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh my God.
Police Academy 4, and Harry and the Hendersons. Barry Sonnenfeld did the cinematography for them. He went on to direct the Addams Family movies, Get Shorty, and Men in Black movies. I also wrote a movie review for this one, and I think many people would consider this to be. It is a comedy, but there's more to it than just the comedy. I would say. I have a pretty strict grading system when it comes to movies. And I almost feel like comedies are incapable of achieving a 5-star status just because the movies narratively are usually not very strong.
Right.
They're just there for gags and comedy and giggles. But narratively, Raising Arizona is pretty strong. Like Step Brothers, not a 5-star movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not without fault. It's a great comedy. It's hilarious, but it's probably like a 4 out of 5.
When you've got Cage going back and forth into the criminal justice system over and over and over, and he meets an officer that he falls in love with, and they see each other, and then they get together, and they can't have kids. And I mean, It's a pretty funny premise.
It is.
Right off the bat, it is. Is he still?
And much of that
happened
happened
on that mouse.
in the first 11
Hopping
minutes of
around.
the film.
Exactly.
Yeah, the title drop is 11 minutes in the
11
movie.
minutes.
That
in.
is the longest intro I think I'd ever seen to that
Well,
point.
and it's really cool because at that point you're like, okay, this is the movie. There's no title
You
drop.
remember
but then
the
it's like,
song?
oh.
I can't. It's been running through my head since I watched it Tuesday night or Monday night.
So my review was, no one has ever done cinematography like this in a comedy movie before or since. So many cool shots in this. The one that really stands out is when they're doing the tracking shot down the road, and then it goes over the car, and then up the ladder into the room.
Yes.
It's like, you don't see that in comedy movies. They don't shoot stuff like that.
I like the shot of the mobile home that they're living in with the backdrop of the Arizona desert and the mountains. I'm like, that's just gorgeous.
No, I think when you said cinematography, some of the shots, I had forgotten
it's
how
Coen's,
amazing some of that stuff was until I rewatched it earlier this week.
It has a lot of what I would call cartoon energy, where it's cartoonish, but it's
the
in
chase
real life.
when the dogs are chasing them. I mean, that's pretty cartoonish.
Amazing chase scene, by
Great-
the way, too. And the
great chase
cinematography
scene.
in that is pretty remarkable.
He gets back in the car with the diapers, and she smacks him in the face.
I was just thinking over the weekend.
The mini mart.
Over the weekend, when Pigskin and I were debating which movie we were going to watch, he raised this one, Raising Arizona, and This Is the End. And I mentioned to him, and I'd never thought about it until then. It'd been a while since I'd seen Raising Arizona, but movie, and made it his career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Offbeat, quirky characters that see the world at a 45-degree angle differently from everyone else.
And
Yeah, that's kind of it.
I like Wes Anderson a lot, but you can tell he watched this movie and was like, I'm going to make this movie over and over again.
Has he ever spoken about like influence or anything
I don't
like
think
that?
so, but it's pretty hard to deny.
I can't argue that point, Christian.
Great comedy, ton of memorable quotes, while also being a pretty heartwarming story about longing, belonging, love, and family. You can enjoy it as just a comedy, but there's more there if you look a little deeper.
Absolutely.
And we mentioned yesterday in a teaser, Trey Wilson
He's
being
fantastic.
taken away from us at the age of 42 was a tragedy. He was so great. I mean, he was just. My name ain't Nathan Arizona.
So
I don't know. They had Yodas on them.
Yodas and stuff. Yeah.
Sir, it's been rumored that your son was abducted by UFOs. Would you care to comment?
Don't print that, son. If his mama reads that, she just gonna lose all hope.
So, if you don't know the story of this, there's a quintuplets, and their last name's Arizona. He's Nathan Arizona. His last name's actually not Arizona. He
Would you
changed
buy
it.
furniture from a place called Unpainted Huff Hines?
Unpainted Huff Hines. But he owns a big furniture store, and they're very rich. And the people come after their son, Nathan Jr., is abducted, and they are talking to him at his front door, and he's going through all this stuff. And at the end of it, he says, "The store's not closed." He's like, "Unpainted Arizona's still open."
Selling the sizzle. That's right. And you remember the names of the kids? There was Nathan Jr., but then the other ones were
I know there was a Larry.
Harry, Barry, Gary,
yeah.
and Larry.
And Nathan Jr.
And Nathan Jr.
So here's some fun facts. Frances McDormand, who's in this movie and is in many Coen movies, we'll go over the list of actors that have frequently collaborated with him in a minute. But Frances McDormand and Holly Hunter were roommates at Yale. Did not know that before.
Wow.
This movie.
That's interesting.
Mentioning the quintuplets, 15 babies were hired to play them. One was fired during the movie because they learned how to walk during it.
He aged out of the role.
Yeah. Yes. Throughout the movie, you'll see Nicolas Cage's hair get crazier the more trouble or distress he's in, if you pay attention. During moments of calm, his hair is more weighed down.
Nice.
When his boss, who is a pretty good character and is married to Frances McDormand's character, and they're swingers, but and they have like 5 or 6 kids of their own that don't know how to mind. But and he also tells racist jokes over and over again.
Mind you don't cut yourself there, Mordecai.
But when his boss throws the pistachios at the kids, it was improvised.
That was a great
And
scene.
Joel Coen came over to tell him they're keeping it, but never improvise again. Apparently, the Coens are very adherent to their scripts, and Cage found it very difficult to work with them as they would often just dismiss his suggestions.
So they want it like they wrote it.
They wrote the movie. They want it as they wrote it.
I could see that about them, that
And
they're
with-
control freaks.
Yeah, and throughout their career, you can see it's worked out for them.
Well, the throwing the pistachios and bouncing them off that paneling was one of my
Duck
favorites.
Duck boy. But
That Buford's a sly one.
another fun fact, in the movie, H.I.'s work uniform, Nicolas Cage's character, for those that are unaware, uniform says Hudsucker. That's the same company, of course, from their 1994 movie, The Hudsucker Proxy.
Exactly. Nice.
Yeah, so there's a connection between the two movies.
Government sure does take a bite, don't she?
Yes. I got that one.
Government do take a bite, don't you?
I love him so much.
I know you do.
I know you do, honey.
I love him so much.
I know you do.
So that scene is directly after they abduct the child, and she is falling in love with the baby.
And what
immediately.
book, Christian, did he steal? So
It was Dr. Spock, wasn't it?
that was the owner's manual, the
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Spock book on raising kids.
And some of the shots as that book reappears throughout
Yes.
the movie, again, to the credit to the cinematographer, just amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
John Goodman decided he needed it when they kidnapped
That's
the boy.
right.
So,
That's right.
and then Holly Hunter grabbed it after they got the kid back.
Got to keep the book. That's the owner's
during watching
manual.
the movie, again, I've seen this movie 4 or 5 times, but it'd been 10 years probably since I watched it. Is there any way that Frank Darabont watched this movie and stole the prison breakout scene, or was influenced by the prison breakout scene?
That is, the thought crossed my mind as I was
I
watching
looked it up,
the
but I
prison
couldn't find
breakout
anything.
scene.
But it's the same exact scene. Sean Goodman breaks out of the mud just
Yeah.
like Andy Dufresne does in Shawshank Redemption.
100%. It tracks very closely. I
This
really
was, I
did.
think-
I'm not just blowing smoke. When I rewatched it, I was like, wow, that looks just like the Andy Dufresne breakout scene in
It kind of
Shawshank.
was.
So,
It kinda was.
yeah, this was 5 years before Shawshank Redemption. Another fun fact, Tex Cobb, who played Winter Smalls, did not know how to ride a motorcycle and lied to the Coens, not informing them until day one of shooting. He had a crash during filming, and it gave him lifelong shoulder pain, apparently.
Nice.
One of the things I was going to mention is, I'm going real deep here. I'm sure there are a lot of people that just watch the movie and take everything on the surface, but that's not how I watch movies. I'm looking for themes and stuff like that. And they definitely want you to lead to believe that Leonard Smalls is basically
His long lost brother.
well, he's either his long lost brother or he's like his metaphorical doppelganger. He is the bad side of
The
whatever
yin to the
HI
yang.
is.
Yes,
Exactly.
100%.
Yes.
Because you see in the movie when HI pulls the baby out from under the crib, and then the bike rider, Leonard Smalls, pulls him out from under the truck. It is shot in the exact same way.
It was.
And then another connection is, of course, they have the same tattoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was the overt presentation
Yeah.
of it with the Woody
thrush.
Woodpecker
Yes.
tattoo.
So there is a connection between one of them, and once HI basically vanquishes Leonard Small, he kills the bad side of him, essentially.
And he apologized to him right before he blew him up,
Yeah.
if you remember. That one of my favorite scenes is when Cobb comes in and he's talking to Nathan, Arizona, and, mind you, there are people that'll pay, and I know them. And he said, who are you? I said, well, my name's Leonard Smalls, but my friends call me Lenny.
I don't have any
But
friends.
I got no friends.
But I got
he
no
said, stop
friends.
it, boy. You're going to make me bust out crying.
We'll do a little bit more on the other side, but I wanted to mention Frances McDormand, of course, is married to Joel Coen, one of the Coen brothers, and she has been nominated for 3 Best Actress Academy Awards. The only other actress to do so she has won 3 Best Actress Awards. The only other actress to do so is Katharine Hepburn, who has 4.
Nice.
So she is one of the most decorated actresses in the history of Hollywood.
She's
fantastic.
amazing.
Mind
She
his
is-
little Fontenelle. Got to get his dip
got
tet.
his dip tat?
Dip tet.
Got to get that.
You can soak his thumb
She's
in
really funny in
iodine.
this
They'll
movie.
save you on the orthodonture. Won't do anything about university. And she had all kinds of helpful advice.
She's really funny in this movie, and I usually think of her in more of like a serious role. She's kind of Yeah, she took a lot of roles in the 80s and 90s, but since then she's been pretty selective with her roles. She's kind of the female Daniel Day-Lewis.
When I read the book Nomadland
like
a few years ago, and then she's in the movie, you couldn't have got better casting.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she
won
perfect
Best Actress
in
for that.
Oh,
movie,
she was
by the
so
way.
good.
We'll do a little bit more on Raising Arizona on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's David Bowser for my good friends at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, celebrating 50 years in business. Now is the time to start planning for your new pool. It's a huge investment, and having a company that you can trust is crucial. Owners Jeremy and Shane Lawson build the pools themselves, so they will know every inch of your new pool. Luxury Pool and Spa is also your Central Arkansas headquarters for chemicals, and they have great rebates going on now for Pool Life and Bacchus Hill Pool Chemicals. Just bring in a water sample, and the trained professionals at Luxury Pool and Spa will ensure that your pool has the proper chemicals needed. Luxury Pool and Spa is also the proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture with Climate Tough and a 20-year warranty. They also carry Pentair pool equipment, pool toys, and the Big Green Eggs. It's the perfect time to turn your backyard into your everyday oasis this summer with Luxury Pool and Spa, celebrating 50 years in business. Take it from a happy customer, they are the best. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. Check them out online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. Join the zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps, brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their game balls and jock straps on the zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for game balls and jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hey, it's Christian Weaver. Real quick, don't let joint pain ruin your summer. Seriously, if your knees hurt every time you get up, your back aches after 10 minutes outside, or your shoulders are keeping you from golfing, swimming, gardening, or whatever you love doing this time of year, you need to check out QC Kinetics. If you've got joint pain, you need to know about the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Best of all, they're right here in Little Rock. Their treatments target the source of your joint pain so you can get real relief without surgery, without pain pills, and without a long recovery. And right now, they're offering free pain evaluations. It's super easy. You sit down with a medical professional, talk through your pain, and find out if you're a candidate for treatment. Just call 501-393-1159. They've already helped more than 46,000 people get back to enjoying life again. And now it's your turn. Summer's too short to spend it hurting. Get your free pain evaluation by calling QC Kinetics today, 501-393-1159. That's 501-393-1159.
Hey guys, Heath Boothby here, Crane Hyundai of Little Rock. Whether it's the huge inventory, the great deals, the specials, the #1 service department in Little Rock, come find out why me and my team are Little Rock's #1 dealership for sales and service. We have the Hyundai Getaway Sales event happening right now. 0% interest on all Tucsons and Santa Fe's, as well as just a multitude of discounts on everything else on the lot. Come see us, Crane Hyundai of Little Rock, off Colonel Glenn.
This is Coach Rolly Peterball, Rooster Poot High School. Everybody there loves to listen to the Morning Mayhem with Roger Scott, Justin Moore, Christian Weaver, and this guy named David Basil.
Most men your age high are getting married and raising up a family.
Well, factually,
They wouldn't accept prison as a substitute. Would any of you men care to comment?
Well, sometimes your career's got to come before family.
Work's what's kept us happy.
We got to give our grades on the movie. We hadn't done that yet, but I was going to refer to the list of actors and actresses that have worked with the Coens the most. Frances McDormand has the most with 8 films. John Goodman with 7, which of course he's in this movie as well.
Turturro
has 4 times. Steve Buscemi and John Polito have 5 times. But those are the most. So George Clooney has 4 times as well. They obviously have actors that they like, and Trey brought up yesterday about auteurs. They're definitely auteurs because if you see a Coen film, you know it's a Coen film.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Kind of like you mentioned Wes Anderson earlier.
Wes Anderson,
obvious,
definitely an auteur. Scorsese, Kurosawa. You see all these, you know what you're watching. You know you're watching one of their films.
Mm-hmm.
Grades. I'm going to let you guys go first. 1 to 5 stars. What are you giving it?
5.
5 stars.
I'm a 5-star.
One of my
5 stars
favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love it.
I even told you guys, I don't think a comedy can be 5 stars, but I think there's more to this movie than just being a comedy.
I'll tell you how important this movie is to me over the 40 years since it's been out. I use this as a shibboleth of sorts. If I get somebody, that movie's stupid, I'll still be nice to them. I'll still try to be a blessing to them. But I'm not going to take into my inner circle of people that I really admire and trust anybody that doesn't think that's a funny movie.
Yeah, this is going to be the clip I play for people that don't like movies that I like from now on.
I think I like the movie a lot more than you did. I would like to make it clear that most people are probably going to hate it, be repelled by it, or walk out of it, just as they did at the Cannes Film Festival.
Why is that?
Because it's too tough for them to take.
Oh, you mean
really
Roger?
Yes, it is. It is.
Nice. If you don't like it, it's just too tough for you.
That's it. Yeah, this movie is over your head.
Was that actually their review?
No,
of
that
Raising
wasn't
Arizona?
on
Was something
Raising
else.
Arizona. It
Okay.
was just something.
That would fit, though.
So why do you say you feel like you're trapped in a woman's body?
Yeah, great movie. 5 stars on it. I'll play some more clips throughout the show on it. But join us for the next hour. We'll actually get into some sports next hour. We'll talk about some sports. I don't think we've done it
Let's
really
talk
this
about
much.
the Detroit Tigers bullpen. Let's talk about that.
And Melinda Mayo will join us as well. Thanks to Sandra's Ground Essentials. She'll talk about the weather. Guess what? It's going to be hot.
We got to ask her some retirement questions, too, about getting up early and all that.
That's a
I
good
wonder
point.
what time she's
know
getting up
what
now.
changes she's made, perhaps. So.
Stay tuned, guys.
Days are getting long. Waited on winter for the time to be right, just to take you along. Baby, get ready. And it don't matter.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Yeah, I know it's still sir. It's your local Family Market store, because with your Family Market Rewards card, you can save 5 cents per gallon with the purchase of a large fountain drink, tea, or lemonade. Or if you need to get your morning started, it's also 5 cents off with a large community coffee. So remember to always use your rewards card inside any Family Market store and save money, including outside at the pumps. And all this can only be found at Family Market, including the newest one on Albert Pike Road in Hot Springs.
Catch the Buzz's ticker on our social media platforms presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, celebrating 50 years in business. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Game time or playtime, we're here all the time.
I wish you had more time.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock.
Entergy Arkansas is proposing a rate increase for customers. The Arkansas Public Service Commission held a hearing last night to listen to customers' concerns. Entergy is requesting about a 1% increase for residential customers next year. It would be higher for commercial customers as well. Officials say the increase will be used to make the electric system more reliable during severe weather. And don't forget, this weekend is tax-free weekend. State and local sales tax will not be collected. This all starts at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday and goes through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. This tax-free weekend includes clothing, accessories, school supplies, electronic devices, and more. Of course, all of the information on other deals will be posted on our website, krk.com. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be another hot day, but not terribly hot. High of 94 degrees in Little Rock. There will be a heat advisory for the afternoon and early evening hours, plus a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. And then tonight, everything gets quiet, partly cloudy, with an overnight low around 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Hey folks, David Basil here, and if you're looking for the ultimate Arkansas getaway, make plans for Oaklawn in Hot Springs, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Enjoy the area's only 24/7 smoke-free casino featuring more than 1,500 slot machines, plus live table games including blackjack, roulette, craps, baccarat, and more. And Oaklawn was just voted best casino in the 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. Looking for live entertainment? The Oaklawn Event Center has a great lineup coming up, including Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening, Amy Grant, Cooper Allen, and Celtic Woman Silver Bells Christmas Tour. Make it a full experience with outstanding dining at the Bugler, the Oak Room and Bar, Silks Bar and Grill, and Mainline Sports Bar. Relax at the beautiful resort pool or treat yourself at Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. Come join the fun at Oaklawn in Hot Springs. Book your getaway and get tickets today at oaklawn.com. It's Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Hey, your roof called. It's tired of leaking, missing shingles, and judging you silently. Call Oltman's Roofing, Central Arkansas roof superheroes. We do inspections, repairs, full replacements, and yes, we'll wrestle your insurance companies. Free estimates, top quality materials, 5-year labor warranty. Basically, your roof gets a spa day. You get bragging rights. Don't wait. Call Oltman's Roofing, 501-687-7663, or visit oltmansroofing.com. Oltman's Roofing, we got you covered.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station. Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep store right here in Sherwood. You know, everybody's talking about what can I afford. So, we are working very hard to get those payments lower than ever. Folks, our factory has given us the largest incentives ever. We're selling Dodge Ram trucks for discounts we have never offered before. Come in and let us lower your payment on your new vehicle. Did you know that the new Dodge Ram truck has a 100,000-mile or 10-year warranty? That's a great warranty. Folks, also I want to offer a free warranty on all used car retail sales. Remember, others don't show you the price on the windshield. Everyone gets my best price with no hassle. As we say on TV or radio, our best prices are posted online and on the windshield. Come see us at Fletcher Dodge here in Sherwood on Warden Road. We welcome your business. Thank you.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
It's Honda of Russellville's 47th anniversary celebration. Celebrate with big savings store-wide. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4-Track Foreman 4x4 with a powerful 518cc engine and long travel suspension to tackle every job and trail. It's Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda powerhouse dealer. Visit HondaofRussellville.com today. Honda recommends the Foreman for riders 16 years and older and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
This is Trey Reed inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7 for The Wild Side.
Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, Tammy Chase Insurance, Crane Chevrolet, and Flyway Brewing.
There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
Here are David Basil, Roger Scott, and...
We can't get fooled again.
Welcome back into Morning Mayhem. I'm Christian Weaver. I'm hosting. I hosted yesterday and today. RJ Hawk will host tomorrow, and I'll be with him. We are going to Frank Fletcher's, so we will be over there. Todd will be running the board. We have Caleb Bagby running the board today. He went and saw Spider-Man last night. That movie is projected to open with $880 million in weekend one.
Who is the new Spider-Man?
Well, it's still Tom Holland. He's been Spider-Man for about 10 years. Telemaeus.
Tom is
that helps you.
Tom is kind of on top of the world these days, isn't he? He's
Yeah, he's
starring
in the
in
Odyssey.
movies, and he's got a beautiful
He's got
wife.
Zendaya?
And, yeah, I mean, life is good.
Tough life.
Tough life. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Telemaeus, I believe.
Telemachus.
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 There we got to it.
It's Telemachus.
Telemachus.
I didn't know where you were going. Then I was like, oh, they're talking about Telemachus.
Telemachus.
No,
Yeah.
there's another character, some Eurymaeus maybe or something.
Yeah,
Eumaeus is John Leguizamo.
Some of those Greek names are a little bit.
We've lost the audience with
difficult to
Greek names again.
Anyway,
they're no Aristotle Onassis, I'll tell you.
So Caleb, what did you think of Spider-Man? Spoiler-free review for people that are going to see it.
Spoiler.
No.
Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Whoa. I never
Peter
knew.
Parker. Nice.
I will say, go see it.
Okay. All right.
good.
Go see it. That's a good
You know
review.
what? One of my favorite things about I've seen like 2 of the Spider-Mans of the 16 they've made, but one of my favorite things about that was the dude that played the editor at the newspaper. They put
J.
J.K.
Jonah Jameson.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Simmons
J.K.
was
Simmons,
perfect for
Yeah.
that.
He's
and I
good.
say that he's an Ohio State fan, which is really
Takes a lot for
regrettable.
you.
Wow.
I don't say
High
good
praise.
things about anybody.
That's high
from
praise
there.
coming
That's
from
high
you.
praise.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Kevin asked what movie we were talking about for the review. It was Raising Arizona, Coen movie. It was their second movie. Blood Simple was their first.
84, correct?
Blood Simple?
87.
Blood Simple was
Blood
84.
Simple was 84,
Yeah,
and
87
Raising
was,
Arizona was
Raising
87.
Arizona.
Which it was a complete detour from Blood Simple.
So
which is
one of
kind
my
a dark
my
thriller.
friend Gary in Michigan, we've been best friends since 1976. Homeroom with Mr. Stein at Mandeville Junior High in Flint, Michigan. Gary loves this movie as well. We think very similarly on most things. His favorite scene in it, I think, is when John Goodman is trying to talk Cage into joining with him on this score. They're going to rob that hayseed bank.
Right.
And he's like, well, that'd be pretty cowardly for me to just leave. And he said, would it? And he's eating a piece of fried chicken, and he says, you got to think, H.I. And he puts the fried chicken to his head, which I don't know if that was scripted or he came up with it, but it was just a brilliant. If you've seen John Goodman with a piece of chicken,
no, it
so good.
so good.
And then his doppelganger, his partner in crime, mighty good cereal flakes, Miss McDonough. And she
William
hates
Forsythe.
those. She hates those guys and wants them out of there.
Holly
But,
Hunter's fantastic.
She's so
By the
good.
way.
Yeah, she is.
God, they were all so young. Is what
well, it's
jumped
40
out
years
to me.
ago.
I know, but I mean, it's
What
like
did we look like 40 years ago?
yeah, a lot different than we
a
do
lot
today.
different than we do now. That's it. For those of you watching on camera, Trey and I apologize that we're not 40 years younger.
Yeah. Dang, what was I going to say? Sorry, I was trying to put a song in. Here we go. We'll get into a little bit of sports now that we've talked movies basically for 2 hours, which, it's one of my favorite things to do, but maybe not the favorite of everybody else. I'm sure you guys saw this Tuesday. Ohio State and Notre Dame have joined the ranks of schools with corporate jersey sponsors, which Arkansas has one, and it's Tyson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio State announced a deal with Chase Bank worth up to a reported $17 million. So Chase's logo will be on the jerseys of all Ohio State sports teams starting with the 2026-27 season. Not long after Ohio State's deal was announced, Notre Dame said they also have made a deal, but with SoFi to have a patch. To have a patch on the Fighting Irish football jerseys next season and beyond. So they didn't say it was for all jerseys, just the football jerseys.
So I
don't
guess
know about
Notre Dame couldn't get a deal with the Vatican. I
guess
figured
not.
though they have like the papal insignia. Because, I mean, the new pope is from Chicago. He's got to be a Notre Dame fan.
This has a great
Everybody
point,
in
Pigskin.
Chicago is. Had the Vatican there.
I mean, you think an inside track being in South Bend, it's proximity to Chicago.
Apparently. But
their deal is worth $18 to $20 million a year, so they one-upped Ohio State pretty
that'd
much.
pay for most of the offensive line, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Michigan, it'd pay for one quarterback that can't play dead. Our quarterback is the most wealthy guy on the team, and he stinks.
That's awful.
That's incongruent, Trey. That's
Is
what that is.
incongruent.
Maybe he'll be
Oh
better.
God, the
this
hawk
year.
just almost came in the window here. Wow,
this
yeah,
hawk
he
is
just
going
landed on
nuts
the building.
outside.
Now he's after Christian.
He
He heard
landed on the
Christian
roof right here.
was mean mouthing him. He's coming in to get Christian.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
I squirreled out there because out of the peripheral
every day you
vision
see a
here,
hawk.
there was a hawk that looked like he was coming into
Listen,
the window.
all raptors are impressive creatures. They really are. I love watching hawks and
What is
eagles.
it,
and
the
such.
peregrine falcon is the fastest
yeah.
bird in the world.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can fly like 120 miles an hour or something like that.
Faster.
I think
than
it's
that.
like
I think they go
200 miles an hour.
210.
200.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
Iran's
undersold the
thinking about
peregrine falcon.
using them as drones. I'm just making that up.
Falconry is big in the Middle East.
They love
It
falcons
is.
over
They have
there.
a lot of
yeah, the
falcons.
Saudi Arabian prince always has a falcon. So
Did you watch Chappelle's last stand-up? I think it came out in December. There's a bit about him doing the show over in Saudi Arabia and having the falcon and stuff. But anyway, pretty funny. Back to the jersey sponsors. A funny part of this is the Big 12 will have a patch with the Monster Energy logo. Every single team will have the Monster Energy logo in every single sport. You know what their deal is worth?
Probably $100,000
$20 million
for everything.
For everything.
That's not a very good.
That's
deal.
terrible.
Ohio State got that for just football.
Yeah, and I mean Notre Dame did too.
The Big 12 is. They're kind of pathetic. I mean, all the good teams left. They all had gone to the Big Ten or the SEC or whatever. And it's just a bunch of leftovers over there. And they're trying to convince themselves that they matter, and they don't. I mean, not much. If this super conference thing ever goes down, do you see anybody from the current Big 12 getting invited into this?
Trey's going to watch the Falcon.
Trey's going to go catch the Falcon. Don't shoot it, Trey, because they'll arrest you.
Can you see him? Occasionally birds will fly into that window.
Really?
Yeah.
They do that on our back
can't
porch
see it,
sometimes.
you know?
Yeah.
But the Big 12, that's an awful deal. We don't know exactly what Arkansas got for their deal, but I've seen some rumors that it's in the $9 to $12 million range. So less than OhioTate and Notre Dame, of course.
Well, I mean,
if you
want that big money, you got to win, man.
What all sports is Arkansas's deal
it's
cover?
all of them.
It is.
Yeah. I think. Maybe just football. I could be wrong.
Do you think we're ever going to get to a time when it's going to be like the Premier League, Fly Emirates or something like that? And I think that's Arkansas, but it says Fly Emirates, so I don't know. Maybe.
First thing that came to mind when Christian initiated this discussion was how the Premier League jerseys are.
They're sponsors.
I can't tell some of the teams.
There's a
apart
little
at
Manchester United crest right here, and the other thing is a big advertisement.
Right.
So, they're kind of tacky. But
for some reason, I don't mind it as much over there, I guess, because it's just always kind of been
if they
that
start
way.
doing that over here, people are going to lose their
they'll-
minds,
they'll be
man.
upset.
I mean, it's bad enough that you got Detroit's got Meyer here, or Tyson or whatever it is. But if it's Tyson in giant block letters, I mean,
I think it'll be somewhat similar to the NBA, which has jersey sponsors, and you don't ever notice it.
No, you don't see it that much
unless you look super closely, and it's not really something that would upset you unless you're.
The WNBA has it featured a little more prominently.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
they need the money a little bit more.
They do.
Which I think every deal that the NBA makes somewhat subsidizes the WNBA.
They've been subsidizing it for 20 years.
Some of the money that they get from basically every deal goes towards the NBA. It's like a percentage thing. But anyway, texter from the 501 says, as someone who's been interested in radio, I've always wondered how your days are laid out. The shows are only 3 or so hours long. Ours is 4. So is more of a part-time job. Is this more of a part-time job, or do you spend the rest of your day on the clock prepping for the next day's show? Well, it really depends on the day. Sometimes I'm here for a long time after the show. I got work to do.
You're doing spots, cutting commercials, different things.
Yeah. I mean, the life of a producer is not necessarily just answering phones. That's what a lot of people think. I'm just like a call screener. It's like, no, I do a lot of other things. Like, I mean, I'm in charge of stream stuff for basically the whole station.
Yeah, I think you're the only person at Signal Media that knows
how to
operate
work it.
the cameras
pretty much.
and integrate it into the computer
The cameras
system.
came in when he came in, basically, a little bit
I
after
think
you
it was
started.
Neighbors.
So, yeah.
John Neighbors.
That was Neighbors' idea?
Yeah. He ushered it in, and he was in charge of it, but then he left, so I sprung at the opportunity.
He and I got in a massive argument one time. He was pushing back when I had said that Lance Allworth was the greatest receiver that the University of Arkansas has ever produced. Oh,
Was he the greatest pro receiver?
It was Jarius Wright. I said, in the history of football, Jarius Wright was a good player. Lance Allworth is an immortal. Well, my dad and I said, nobody cares what your dad and you think. I said, Allworth is what he is, okay? You're not arguing effectively here. But he didn't see him play, again. I didn't see him play, so he couldn't have been that good. Okay, well, I didn't see Odysseus fight, Christian, so he couldn't have been that smart. So,
it's like we all heard about the Trojan horse, but we didn't.
Exactly.
We didn't see
now
it.
you've seen it.
So what do we do basically the rest of the day after our show? Well, some days I do get to go home, and it's not a part-time job. This is a full-time job, but some days I do get to go home and relax after the show. Some days I have to do things after the show and stick around for a few hours. And that's pretty much the same for a lot of people that work here. Roger and Baz usually get to leave, but they're quote-unquote talent. And I'm not talent.
Well, they have other demands.
Yeah, they have.
They
have. They actually. I could have another job if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, when my daughter goes into daycare, I could take up another job if I wanted to. Do I want to?
Nah.
No, not really. But maybe if times get hard, I'll start stocking shelves or something. Who knows? The other day, people asked, "What is a talent? A secret talent that you have?" that no one really knows that you have. And I had to be honest. I was like, man, I'm not really talented. Like, I'm not really good at anything. Some people would argue I'm not even good at this. So I just got lucky and I'm here. So when Baz and Raj move on to greener pastures, retirement, basically, Randy Rainwater moves on, and Signal Media as we know it collapses. Who knows?
Well, you're going to have your own show one day. Obviously, you're putting the time in for it, and that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but
I watched Joe Franklin for years do all the stuff that you do behind the scenes, getting this ready, get ready. And Joe eventually got his shot at the big time. And
I think
his own show, so.
I think whenever that happens, I may finally have to get a real job. And I'm not good at anything, so that's the real problem.
Welcome to the club, young
buck.
Yes.
No fault to anybody that does it, but I might be out there digging ditches here when that happens.
What was that guy in the Bible? He said, I'm not strong enough to dig, and I'm too ashamed to beg. And I'm like, Jesus told some pretty good stories. I like that one.
We do have a caller on Mike. He's got something. Oh, he hung up. We'll take the next caller faster. I'm sorry, Mike. Call back if you want to share your story. It seemed like a heartwarming one. But yeah, so when I was going to school, I went to ASU BB, and I was taking all my electives just to get them out of the way at a cheaper school. And I was going to become a history teacher. That in part, why I know so much about history is because I wanted to be a history teacher. I have an associate's in history, but I was listening to The Zone one day, and I was like, you know what? I could do that. That don't seem that hard. So I changed courses, and I got into mass comm journalism at
there you go.
At UAOR, and I pestered Justin Akery many times via email, and I even showed up on location where they were broadcasting one day and was like, hey, I want to intern for you. So I got an internship, went into part-time job. And then it led into whenever somebody got fired, I was the next guy up. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, listen, at the rate that people get fired around here, you'll be running the place in about 6 months. So
that's the thing. It's actually very hard to get fired from Signal Media. You can be fairly marginal at your job and keep it at Signal Media. We are a brotherhood, and we all pretty much get along with each other. But if you cause disruption, that may be the problem.
I've seen a few of those.
The chemistry issue is bigger than the actual talent issue, I think, in radio. Rebecca, what you got?
Several things. First off, they had cameras before John Neighbors.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. In the studio camera, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't quite the same production. It was just in the corner.
You're right, it wasn't. I mean, and RJ will tell you that tomorrow. It wasn't, because
It doesn't work.
RJ was notorious about always turning the cameras off when the guys were on remote.
Well, yeah,
But
I mean, you're just watching
anyway,
that guy alone in a room.
You're right. Also, Pigskin. So you don't. First of all, I did send you a message yesterday. I loved your op-ed in Sunday's paper.
Oh, thank
that was
you.
great. I didn't know you were such a wordsmith. That was great. Do you not like the music on K-Love? I'm just curious.
I hate it.
Really?
Hey, listen,
used-
Rebecca, if you like that and it brings you closer to our Lord, praise be His name. I just don't like most of the music. I think it's schlock and contrived pop in most instances. It's one man's opinion, and people don't have to share it. I just don't.
No,
I do not like
I'm-
modern Christian music. I like older Christian gospel. So
I like the old time gospel stuff too, and my son, my oldest son and daughter-in-law that got me listening to it, and then I went to my first Toby Mac concert several years ago, and keep going every year. I just like the like you said. I don't understand today's pop music, and I did listen. I still have a lot of classic rock stuff on my phone.
Well,
but
you've got
I
a
do like
good
new stuff.
partner that agrees with that take in George Costanza from Seinfeld. You know, when Elaine was dating the guy that was a Christian and all of his radio stations were preset to Christian stations, George said, "I like that Christian rock music. It's so positive." And they don't think they're cool like all those other musicians do. I don't like. Well, so hey, if you like that sort of thing, that's all right. The variety makes the world go round. That's okay.
It does. I was just curious. I was like, wow, okay. I just like. There's so much negativity in the world. So I guess that's why I like it, because it does have a positive message. So life's too short to listen to negative stuff all the time.
So let me ask you a question: when is Mahomes going to start playing? He's not going to play in game one, is he? They got to sit him out for a few games. He can't come back from that injury that soon, can he?
The doctors cleared him, and I've seen him on the practice field. They've sent out video, and I mean, he's my pick to win. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I don't care. I mean, I pick the Chiefs to win every year, but seriously, he is my comeback player of the. Mark my words, he'll get comeback player of the year.
You might be on to something there, even though he didn't really miss but a couple of games last year. So I mean, it wasn't like he was out the whole season, but. Yeah,
he wasn't out the whole season, but he didn't have, and everybody expected him to not. But this year they expected him not to even make it not to come back to the middle of the season.
Well, girl, he is a legendary player. There's no two ways about that. Man.
He is, and he's just built different than other people. Don't understand. He's just different. He's
a different cat. He is
built different.
And I think we got a better. Bye.
Thanks for the call.
He wasn't out the whole season, but the Chiefs' record sort of looked like he might have been.
Yes,
they kind of
they're on the downslope. They're definitely
they're getting old, man, and the way the NFL is structured with salary caps and things,
it's a young man's game.
They don't want there to be a dynasty. They would prefer every team to be 8-9 or 9-8.
The NBA has sort of perfected the parity thing, where now we just see a different team win it every year. That's what NFL. They want you to believe your team has a chance. Now, as a Washington fan, I haven't believed my team has had a chance for the majority of my life.
So speaking of the NBA, do you think your boy Presti is actually messing with some of his competitors with some of these moves?
Well, for what Pigskin is referencing is. Spencer Jones, that played for the Denver Nuggets, he was a restricted free agent, which if I have to explain that, I will. Restricted free agent means you are a free agent,
but
your team can match, whatever contract you are offered. So Oklahoma City offered him a 2-year, $12 million deal out for $6 million a year, basically to force Denver's hand to either match the contract or just lose him for nothing.
Yeah.
They ended up matching the contract, which then put them over, I believe, the first apron.
Right.
Which, if I have to explain the aprons, I will.
It's all about salary cap, folks.
Yeah,
that's it.
In the NBA, there's a salary cap, there's the luxury tax, there's the first apron, there's the second apron. Basically, the first apron and the second aprons restrict the movement that you can do if you are over a certain threshold of money. And there's a thing called the repeater tax, where if you are multiple years into the tax, you start costing more.
Sounds more complicated than the IRS code.
It is
kind
it
of
is complicated.
And then he got rid of Dort and the other cat going to
a
Atlanta.
A lot of our off-season moves were basically to get under the apron. Because once you hit the apron and you hit the repeater tax, it becomes harder and harder to keep your team together, because a player that is usually under a $10 million contract, while they're still getting paid $10 million on tax, you could pay up to like $70 million on tax on that $10 million. So basically he's an $80 million player at that point. And it makes no sense for teams to pay that.
And his true value is obviously not that.
Yes.
Presti is pretty smart.
And owners,
he knows what he's doing over there. And if Oklahoma City's making moves, they're thinking 3 moves down the road. With
owners obviously want to avoid paying the tax. Now, some of them will do it whenever they have a team together that they think can win, which we're still in the tax. We're just below the apron now.
Yeah.
But we got rid of Dort and Wiggins and Joe.
Sturts is going to play.
Joe is on Detroit's Pistons now. Isaiah
Right.
Joe is.
Isaiah Joe.
He'll be good for y'all.
All
He
you
can shoot.
Arkies are going to have to start rooting for the Pistons.
He's one of the 2 or 3 players on that team that can now shoot.
Yeah, I was going to say 1 or 2, not 2 or 3, but that's a non-shooting bunch of dudes.
So a lot of moves that you see in the offseason are basically salary cap moves, and Sam Presti said as much. The idea is if we get below the tax and we stay out of the repeater tax, later on in our dynasty, 2 or 3 years down the road, ownership will allow us to go into the tax to keep a team.
Okay.
Anyway, this texter said, "What program do you use to mix the video and audio live?" This person knows what they're talking about. Like a commercial program or OBS or what? So this is getting real inside baseball, inside radio. We use OBS and StreamYard. OBS is our camera system, and audio comes from that. We feed it into StreamYard, and that feeds it into where you see it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and that's just as simple as basically linking those accounts to StreamYard. So
streaming ain't easy.
Listen, we stream about everything we do at church. I have great respect for our audio visual people that know this stuff and know how to change this and change. It's trickier than you think it is.
So we stream every Arkansas Game and Fish Commission meeting live and one-off events here and there, and it's guys that work with me that are responsible for that, and there's a reason they're responsible for that and not me being responsible for that, because I would lose it. I mean, I couldn't. There's no way I could do that.
If
high stress.
If my co-minister John Phillips ever leaves Pinnacle, I don't know what we're going to do, because John knows how to do all that stuff. I don't know how to do any of it. All I know how to do is sit there and run my mouth.
That's kind of where I am, Pigskin.
So.
This texter from the 501 said that deal with Spencer Jones that we mentioned earlier put Denver into the second apron, which heavily restricts their ability to do things. That's
so
basically
he's trying
why
to hamstring his competitor.
And they still have a guy, Peyton Watson, who they have to re-sign this year or either let him go. He's also a restricted free agent. And they want to keep him because he's actually pretty good.
Gotcha.
And part of the reason this person also mentioned that we sent guys to Atlanta is that the Spurs own their pick next year. So if we send guys to them and they're better, then
the better they are, the worse
pick.
San Antonio's pick is. That's what. That's
40 chess.
It's
a
lot of thought went into this.
That's pretty sneaky. Yeah, it is.
This person said, "Morning Pigskin. Test Christian on MLB stolen base leader back in the day. You know he was from Arkansas.
Lou Brock.
Yeah, he wanted you to test me, but I would have got that one.
El Dorado.
Let's see.
Lou Brock was a force in the 60s. My goodness. In the 68 series, Detroit couldn't keep him off the base paths. He was just a holy terror.
Christian, if you get the chance, you should at least have your own show. Pigskin. Well, if it's offered to me, I'll be interested. But I don't know if that's in the cards for me. Pigskin, I was listening to all the talk about the Razorbacks' chances in football this year and how they have almost zero chance. Can you tell us the story of David and Goliath?
All it takes is one rock upside Nick Saban's head, and
a
you can
good
fell the
slingshot.
giant. That's right, one slingshot.
All right. Stay tuned. On the other side, we'll talk to Melinda Mayo. I assume she's going to say it's going to be hot, but we'll see.
10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and Phil will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is SportsCenter.
In Major League Baseball, the Marlins have bounced back from their 12-game losing streak by winning 3 straight, sweeping their NL East foe Phillies. They erased a 6-0 deficit yesterday to get their third win, 8-6. In the American League, Tarek Skubal potentially pitched his last game as a Detroit Tiger, going 6 innings and allowing 3 runs. In the Tigers' 10-9 loss to the Orioles, Skubal is likely to be moved before the MLB trade deadline on Monday at 5 p.m. And former Arkansas linebacker Billy Ray Smith Jr. has passed away at the age of 64. He was a 2-time unanimous All-American in 1981 and 1982. He holds the Arkansas record for tackles for a loss with 63. He was the 5th overall pick of the 1983 draft and went on to play 10 years in the league. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly cloudy day with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, particularly this afternoon. Still kind of hot, high of 94, maybe heat index values reaching 105, so there is a heat advisory for this afternoon. Tonight, everything's quiet, partly cloudy with a low of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood, and the manufacturer has stepped up and we're going to move some vehicles. The vehicle you've been waiting for and dream of is here, but not for long. These deals end July 31st, so hurry in right now. This is the biggest sell of the summer. I've got Ram trucks up to $20,000 off, and that includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. I've got the all-new Grand Cherokees up to $10,000 off. We've got the new Grand Wagoneers under $60,000 starting at $59,997. And I also got the new Rams, including the 10-year 100, starting at $39,997. We're paying top dollar for your trade. So get pre-approved at FletcherCredit.com. Shop online at FletcherDeals.com. When these deals are gone, they're gone. So get down to 5922 Warden Road in Sherwood or call us at 501-834-7700.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Network Services Group presents Out of Bounds Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz. Network Services Group, one call does it all.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
What's the matter, Ed? My finance left me.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem. Christian Weaver here, Pigskin Preacher, Caleb Bagby. He is calling Melinda Mayo as we speak. We're going to speak to her in just momentarily. Trey Reed on from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. I want to thank you guys, and I will again. for coming and doing the show with me. I don't know if anybody in the listening audience has enjoyed it. There's been a few people that have been like, yawn and all kinds of stuff. But
listen, Christian, let's put some perspective on this, okay? I'm one of those too. I don't want to hear myself at 6 o'clock in the morning. I want to hear the Baz and Roger and you. That's what I want to hear. But they're gone right now. They're down there being ogled by the fine citizens of the Florida Keys. So while they're doing that, we're sitting in for them and doing a half-hearted job.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here, Christian, and for those that may be put off by
it's a different show.
It's a different show. That's what I was going to say. It's
right.
not different doesn't necessarily mean better or worse. It's just different.
Just different.
We're not ever going to be Roger.
That's the thing, and I don't think you should try to imitate what they do
That's
because
right.
they are their own people.
That's right.
You have to do your own thing.
I can start talking like a cat, but I don't think it would be an insult to Roger.
Yeah, you have to do your own thing because if you try to be somebody else, you're not going to be very successful at it. We'll go to Melinda Mayo, who is her own person.
She is.
No, Mr. Belafonte, it's Mayo. Mayo. Melinda Mayo. She's Arkansas's TV sweetheart, and she's joining the guys from Morning Mayhem. Melinda Mayo on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Sanders Ground Essentials, where great lawns start today. On the web at sandersground.com.
Melinda.
Good morning, guys. I knew I was never going to be a Ned Permy. I was just going to be Melinda when I filled in for him.
Absolutely.
Although, Melinda, it should be said, I have striven to emulate Ned Permy in his tan. I want to be the Ned Permy of the Preacher set.
I think we all have at times tried to be Ned Permy, but it's just the bar set too high.
It really
and
is.
that tan is too perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The great philosopher J. Cole once said, they act like two legends cannot coexist. And Melinda is a legend in her own right.
Oh, there's no
As is
question.
Ned Permy.
She was the morning legend, and Ned was the afternoon legend.
Exactly.
That's right.
Two legends
So,
can
Melinda,
coexist.
we had a question for you about getting up and hours and sleeping and retirement. Trey said, I guarantee you Melinda's not getting up at 3 a.m. anymore. So fill us in on your change of schedule and how that.
Trey is definitely correct. He knows me well. I will try to never get up at 3 a.m. for an early flight or anything if I can help it. But I tell you what, I think my body does wake me up. I'll roll over, and it's always right around that 3 a.m., which was kind of my last alarm, where it was the had to get up alarm was 3 o'clock to be on the air by 4:30 and have everything I needed done to start the day. So I think I still naturally wake up, but it is so easy for me to roll over, give that little smile, knowing that I don't have to get up and go back to sleep.
Isn't that an underrated feeling of life, knowing I don't have to get up right now? I can sleep for another 60 minutes maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've let myself be a little bit of a lazy bum this summer. It's my first summer that I haven't had a job since I was 16 years old when I started working, Trey, at First Baptist Church Daycare, Pine Bluff.
I was about to ask. I was going to ask Melinda because I knew I would know where that was.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I was. That was my first job, and I think every summer, fall, winter since then, I've had to get up. So I've let myself be kind of like a teenager again and sleep in if I wanted to.
Well, you're about to stop being less of a bum here in the foreseeable future, right? Because aren't you coming out of retirement to fill in on KATV?
Well, we said it's Al Pacino in Godfather 3, and it was the only good scene from Godfather 3 when he said, I try to get out, and they pull me back
in.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of fill-in a couple weeks. Ansley Watson is away on maternity leave with her precious baby and her toddler and her husband. so Steve Powell has been doing that 9 to 10 o'clock show by himself. So he's going to go on a week of vacation because his oldest is graduating from college. I think it's the U.S. Naval Academy where his oldest is, which is pretty. I know, how impressive.
Anchors away, my boy.
So, there
Anchors
you go.
away.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. So they called and said, "Hey, we don't have anybody." And that show is kind of it's not weather, it's not news. It's a little bit more of a lifestyle show. You have guest segments the whole time, so not a whole lot of people are comfortable doing that. And they said, "Hey, you want to come back for a week?" So I'm going to do that the second week in August. I'll be back at Channel 7 for a week coming out of retirement.
It will be great to see you over the airwaves again. We will be tuning in for that.
I hope that my friends at Channel 7 reach out and ask me to come over, as they often do, to do a GMA segment on the great outdoors. Maybe I can sit next to you on the couch, Melinda.
I would love that. I hope they do, Trey. I've seen you kind of in and out when I was there, still around on that show doing the weather. So it'll actually be me and Austin Berg, who handles the weather for the show now. So he and I will kind of co-host it. I said two things are going to happen. Number one, I'm going to say "Welcome to Daybreak," which is the wrong show name for sure. And then number two, when it's time to do the weather, I'm probably going to reach over and try to grab the weather clicker out of habit, but still take the clicker. Let me tell you what I had to do for the first time in my life to go back out of retirement and work. So they had to treat me almost as a new hire. Even though I've worked there for 30 years, we had to go through the whole hiring process again. I had to do a resume.
Oh, my goodness.
And I said, well, at the top of the resume, I should have put, for 30 years, I've worked for you, right? But the first time in my life, I had to go take a drug test to go back to work.
And they're still letting you come back.
So what did they think when you retired, that you went out shooting up heroin or something? Is that what they suspected?
Exactly.
It's that meth habit she's been putting off for 30 years.
I mean, she's America's sweetheart. Of course she's fine. Why would you have to go through an interview? That is positively HR goofiness is what that is.
Corporate America is what I'm calling it.
You should have said, "Do you know who I am?"
If you don't know me by now, you should start singing Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd have done it.
So, you're
even
retired.
Even the guy that did the drug test, well, first of all, I don't think he had a clue who I was. He doesn't watch TV. So I guess it pops up on his computer what job you're applying for. So it came up newscaster. And he said, "Oh, newscaster, congratulations," as if I was just getting the job.
The Cub reporter, Melinda.
Yes. So then I had to go through, and so I kind of said, well, I've actually already been doing it for about 40 years. I've worked for this company for 30 years, but they're making me do a drug test to go back and work. And he said, it was so funny, he said, "You should take this paper and throw it in their face and say, like, I would have waited 30 years to start doing hard drugs."
You're retired as a weather person, but you're still Morning Mayhem, and many people in Arkansas is weather person that they look to. So what do we got on the horizon here in Arkansas? I know it's going to be hot, but maybe less hot than it has been in the last few days at least.
Exactly. Our job as meteorologists this time of year is to tell you what days it's going to be a little less hot. Basically, that's what everybody wants to know, because it's going to be hot. And it's been a brutal week for sure, with really dangerous heat with the heat and humidity. Still today hot, but not as hot. 95 expected this afternoon. So, yeah, still pretty humid. So
better bring your coat, Christian. You might get a chill in the air. 95. Ooh.
Exactly. And then, to do even better than that, tomorrow we've got 97 degrees. Woo. We still have some scattered rain expected today and tomorrow, about 30 to 40%. I would say today the best chance is western Arkansas, South Arkansas, but can't rule out a pop-up. So the relief that you're looking for comes this weekend. We've got 91 degrees both days, but on top of that, I think we get a front that at least brings us a little lower humidity. So that makes such a difference. So I think that comes down Saturday, Sunday. Monday, about 93, starts going back up a little bit. Next week, we're back up at 96, 97. So actually, the better weather hits right over the weekend with a high around 90, 91, and that lowers humidity. So something to look forward to.
So did your little hound have a good time down at the Gulf of America?
Well, he did.
Is that what we're calling it?
He did. Yeah. So we went on vacation to Fort Morgan, Alabama, which is basically
I'm going on
Gulf
vacation
Shore.
there at the beginning of September, by the way.
Cool.
Oh, good. Good. To Fort Morgan, Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to love it. It kind of is an area that gets you out of the busyness of Gulf Shores, which has gotten pretty crazy. That traffic, when you go down and you turn, one way goes to Gulf Shores, the other way is Orange Beach. The hangout is right there. A lot of people know that spot. That intersection and that highway is just mayhem, basically, to use the word. So for Fort Morgan, you turn a little bit before you get to all that, and then it sort of snakes back down to the Gulf, and so you're back on the ocean side. It's basically taking you all the way down to the mouth of Mobile Bay. So you go all the way to the tip, which is Fort Morgan, and that's the beginning of Mobile Bay, where all the battles were to protect Mobile Bay back in, for my history buffs.
Admiral Farragut.
Fort Morgan on that side and Fort
Damn
Gaines
the
across the bay
torpedoes,
on
full
Dauphin
speed
Island.
ahead. That's it. I loved your history lesson. See, somebody's got to teach Baz and Roger, and
I was the only one that knew.
I'm
the
glad
answer,
that you've taken it upon yourself, Melinda. We figure with you and Christian, those boys are going to get a completed education one of these days.
Well, they listen to the beginning of it, and then they take it to some other direction that you had no idea was going to go.
No.
That's the problem.
You got to be kidding me.
On Morning Mayhem, so it's still hurricane season, and you sent me the name of the upcoming hurricane, and you wanted me to guess what it's called with the pronunciation of it, I believe. It looks like it's Cristobal. Am I right?
Yeah. This is another one of those things that you're going to hear a million different ways. It looks like Cristobal, like you said. I think the official pronunciation, according to the panel that comes up with these things, is Cristobal. Cristobal, where the middle part is the emphasis. So we'll see how, all the TV people say it. We've got that really hard one coming up if we get to the I. That's Isaiah, but I think it's the Spanish pronunciation. So it's like Isaiah.
Isaiah. I actually have a guy friend in Mexico.
Acai.
That's his name, Isaiah.
All right. Yeah. You'd think with 2 years of Spanish, I would have known that, but that's a long time ago. I think I forgot most of it.
One last thing before we get out of here, Melinda. I hear your line dance classes are going pretty well.
I tell you what, guys, this may be what I'm known for more than TV someday, because I had the VFW, which is one of my favorite organizations, post 9095 over there on Canis Road, reach out and say, hey, we want to learn some of those line dances we've seen you do with Ryan on social media and on the show. Could you come teach some classes? And I'm like, sure. So we just put it out there on Facebook. Sunday afternoons, come to the VFW, nice, friendly atmosphere. We're going to learn some line dances. We've had about 1,000 responses to that. So that place doesn't hold 1,000 people. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to show up, but we're going to give this a shot and to see what happens. So we may have to do like a pre-registration just to be sure that we can handle the number of people who show up, because I've had so many at church and out shopping who said, hey, I'm going to come to your line dances. Or I've had husbands say, thanks a lot, Melinda. Now my wife's dragging me to line dances. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Thanks, Melinda. Thank your sponsor for us.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks to Sanders Brown Essentials. They absolutely do it all for your lawn, to keep it growing, to keep it green this time of year, which it's struggling in this heat. You got to water for sure to keep it it's green if you want to do that. And also they'll take care of your shrubs. If you've got some of those that are looking a little sick, a little drought has hit them, then definitely give them a call for that. And they've got the mosquito barrier spray as well. So if those suckers are eating you up, they've got that to take care of you. So 315-9395 and SandersGrounds.com. Locally owned, Brothers Kent and Kyle take care of you.
Thanks, Melinda. Roger and Baz will be back next week, and we'll have the normal Morning Mayhem shenanigans, I'm sure.
Thank you, guys. Great job. Oh, my favorite line is, we got to get him the dip tap high. We got to get
dip tap. Got to get his dip tap high. Get the dip tap.
Thank you, Melinda.
Thanks, Melinda.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
They say in the end, it's the wink of an eye. When the morning light comes streaming in, you get up and do it again.
You know, speeding might seem like a way to save a few minutes, but it can cost so much more. Every time you drive faster than the posted speed limit, you're reducing your reaction time and increasing the risk for everyone on the road. In fact, more than 11,000 people were killed in speeding-related crashes across the United States in 2024. That's why, from July 10th through July 31st, law enforcement agencies across Arkansas will be taking part in the Speeding Slows You Down High Visibility Enforcement Campaign. Officers will be watching for speeding violations and issuing citations to drivers who choose to ignore the speed limit. So, give yourselves a little extra time. Slow it down and help keep Arkansas roads safe for your family, for your friends, and everyone you share the road with. This is a message from the Arkansas State Police Safety Office.
There's nothing better than the great outdoors, especially when you have a great lawn and being outside enjoying it. But let's be honest, when the mosquitoes attack, it can be a real buzzkill. And just like the best defense against weeds is the team at Sanders Ground Essentials, the best defense against mosquitoes this summer is too. A monthly mosquito barrier from Sanders Ground Essentials can keep those mosquitoes away, which keeps my backyard parties going. On the web at sandersground.com. Sanders Ground Essentials. Let's get growing.
If you already scheduled your garage door tune-up for just $79, please disregard this message. If you don't have a garage door, you're off the hook. For the rest of you, why would you spend more than just $79? Overhead Door Company of Little Rock will perform their garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79 on up to 3 garage doors and openers. Call 501-510-6399 or schedule online, overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
Hey, it's Christian Weaver here. Can we agree that summer is way better when your body actually cooperates? Because if joint pain is slowing you down, knees, hips, shoulders, back, you're probably missing out on the best parts of summer. Maybe it's walking the neighborhood, playing with the grandkids, golfing, fishing, hiking, or just getting through the day without hurting. That's why so many people are turning to QC Kinetics. They're the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and they help people find lasting relief from chronic joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Best part, QC Kinetics is right here in Wood Rock, and they're offering free pain evaluations right now. Just call 501-393-1159. You'll meet with a medical professional, learn what's causing your pain, and see if their natural regenerative treatments could help you feel like yourself again. But don't wait too long. Appointments are filling up fast this summer. Call QC Kinetics now at 501-393-1159. That's 501-393-1159.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and I just want to say thank you to the great people in the state of Arkansas for making us the nation's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer. That's right, folks. We are #1 in the entire nation, according to Stellantis' own internal report card. And if you want to find out why, you want to make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs during the Make This Summer event. Or check us out online at redriverdodge.com for the best deals in the entire state.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russell is your headquarters for pool and spa chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is ready to get your pool balanced and swim ready with Pool Life and Baquasil Pool Chemicals. Luxury Pool and Spa is also a proud dealer of Polywood Outdoor Furniture, Climate Tough Materials, Color Stay Technology, and the 20-year warranty. If you're thinking about a hot tub, they have the amazing Caldera Riviera hot tubs in stock on their showroom floor. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Must be some kind of way out of here. Said a joker to the thief. There's too much confusion.
Welcome back in Morning Mayhem. A short segment here with Trey Reed and Pigskin Preacher and Caleb Bagby walking down the hall right now. We just spoke to Melinda. It's going to be hot. Breaking news.
I'm going to lob you boys a softball. How old was Jimi Hendrix when he died?
27.
There you go. Just guess 27. Any rock guy that died is probably 27.
Janis Joplin,
Kurt Cobain,
Amy Winehouse,
27. Man, I'm glad I'm not 27 anymore.
Yeah. I made it past that one a few years ago.
Good job.
Let's see. Texture from the 501 says, I have enjoyed this show. Nice to have a show where Baz is not talking over everyone. Well, I mean, that's part of the charm of Morning Mayhem.
It is. It's controlled chaos.
That's what called mayhem.
It's mayhem. They're very
and radio is an audio medium. So
I will say
it is pretty important to talk.
It has gotten slightly better with the introduction of cameras. At least if someone is on location and they have the camera, you can kind of look and be like, okay, they're wanting to jump in right here. So it's gotten slightly better there, at least. But it doesn't stop us from talking over each other.
Well, and plus there's delays. Like when
it's impossible
with Justin. The delays are tricky.
Brutal.
Yeah,
they really are.
When that happens, I'm just like, okay, I'm basically not going to talk today. There's no point. Especially when it was birthday trivia and it's like, I answered this 5 seconds ago, and you gave the point to somebody else. Which, I rarely lost at birthday trivia anyway. But anyway. We'll be back in the 9 o'clock hour. It'll be more of the same, what we've been doing all day. It's wide open. We'll get to your Middleton Heat and Hair text line. We'll take any calls that you want. Stay tuned.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and the new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Every week, tens of thousands of public school students nationwide attend free LifeWise Bible classes during school hours. This opportunity is now available to students at select schools in Benton, Bryant, Bauxite, Greenbrier, and Academics Plus. Enrollment is open for LifeWise Academy. With parent permission, students attend off-campus classes 1 hour per week to receive Bible-based character education as part of their school day. To learn more or enroll, find your school at lifewise.org, lifewise.org.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
When you want to know the score, it's on KABZ Little Rock.
He's open, complete at the 10, the 5, touchdown Arkansas!
103.7 The Buzz.
Entergy Arkansas is proposing a rate increase for customers. The Arkansas Public Service Commission held a hearing last night to listen to customers' concerns. Entergy is requesting about a 1% increase for residential customers next year. It would be higher for commercial customers as well. Officials say the increase will be used to make the electric system more reliable during severe weather. And don't forget, this weekend is tax-free weekend. State and local sales tax will not be collected. This all starts at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday and goes through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. This tax-free weekend includes clothing, accessories, school supplies, electronic devices, and more. Of course, all of the information on other deals will be posted on our website, krk.com. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be another hot day, but not terribly hot. High of 94 degrees in Little Rock. There will be a heat advisory for the afternoon and early evening hours, plus a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. And then tonight, everything gets quiet, partly cloudy, with an overnight low around 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics. Locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Hey, it's David Bowser with Morning Mayhem for my friends at Baptist Health. We spend a lot of time on the bus talking about heart. Who's got it? Who's playing with it? But let's talk about your heart. In Arkansas, we face some of the highest cardiac risks in the country. That's why I trust the Baptist Health Heart Institute. From the specialists at Arkansas Cardiology to the state's most comprehensive transplant program, they're heavy hitters in heart care. But you don't have to wait for a crisis to see them. By doing the small stuff, putting in the work, with good nutrition and annual checkups with your primary care physician, you build the fundamentals and can head off big problems later. Baptist Health doesn't just treat symptoms, they care for the whole person, body, mind, and soul. Whether it's a personalized nutrition plan to get your weight back on track or just a routine check-in with a Baptist Health doctor who truly listens, they're the teammate you need. Living well is a choice you make every day. Make Baptist Health part of that choice. Go to Baptist-Health.com to find a doctor or clinic near you. Take it from me, your future self will thank you. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oaklawn Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi folks, Jeff Peters here, Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton. July is all about freedom. Here at Hagen's, we know you have the freedom to choose where you buy a vehicle, and we want your business. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come let us prove it to you. No gimmicks, no hassles, and no BS. As far as pricing, well, we haven't been in business for over 50 years because our prices are too high. But don't take my word for it. Stop by and let us prove it to you. Come see us at Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton today, or check us out online at HagensMotors.com. Welcome to the family.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
It's been a tough Saturday on the lake. I ordered swim trunks in this orange cream color, but it's actually more orange auburn. Oh, and it's swimwear. I probably can't even return these.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Fraud is on the rise, and scammers are getting more convincing every day. But remember this, your bank will never call you asking for your debit card number, expiration date, PIN, security code, or online banking login information. If you receive a message or call that feels off, trust your instincts. Hang up. Don't click. Don't respond. Instead, contact your bank directly using a number you know and trust. Protect your information. Protect your money. When in doubt, call your bank.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning, Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
U.S. Truck Accessories presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show from U.S. Truck Accessories in Conway and Searcy. Your #1 Central Arkansas source for camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, and more. Veteran owned since 2002. Online at ustruckaccessories.net.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David Basil, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
Welcome back into Morning Mayhem. Pigskin Preacher in. He is filling the Roger Scott role, I believe, and Trey Reed
I don't care what you think you're entitled to.
Trey Reed is filling the David Basil role.
Whoa!
And I'm still Christian Weaver, but I'm hosting today, and we have Caleb Bagby in running the ones and twos. And
Good job, Caleb.
Yeah, you've done great work.
You're keeping the trains running on time. That's what they said about Mussolini before they hung him from the gas station.
Yeah. Well, didn't have a great end. It was his birthday yesterday, I believe.
Mussolini?
Yeah, yesterday, not today.
Was that on birthday trivia by any chance?
I don't think they did Benito Mussolini.
I always wanted to stand up on a balcony. I always wanted to stand up on a balcony and make a speech. I've made a lot of speeches, but never from a balcony. And I'm not sure anybody would want to listen, but
who wouldn't want to make a speech
because Mussolini get up there, and I'm like, hey, I could do a Mussolini.
Or I'm thinking, sticking with the religious theme, the Pope.
The Pope,
he's very well known for
Il
speaking
Papa.
from
There you go.
From the balcony.
I like that. The Pope's the gold standard of balcony speakers. No,
it has
100%.
Yeah. But the Italians, they like speaking from balconies. I don't know what.
Maybe
what's
that's
up with those
that's
guys.
a thing.
Might be an Italian thing. I need to look.
Well,
into
they
that.
probably have more balconies.
They do.
There's a bunch of balconies on the golf course at the Maumelle Country Club, and I always tell Acre, I said, I want to get on the balcony and make a speech. He's like, well, nobody's going to listen. I said, well, that's not really.
How do you know?
That's not really the point, is it?
You could do sermon on the balcony.
The sermon on the balcony. I love that, Christian. That's very good.
Caleb, phone's ringing, by the way. Sorry to call you.
You know what I do? You know what I do in church when the phone rings during a Bible class or something?
What do you do?
I stop and I say, "You better get that. It might be God."
That's true. God could be calling.
Yeah, he might be calling.
If you watch the Odyssey, they show
it was the Lord's call screener. Yeah, that was it.
Gods could be anybody in disguise.
They could. Listen, the Bible says that many of you have entertained angels unawares.
Well, there was once a song. What if God was one of us?
Oh, I love that song.
Just a stranger on a bus.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm not going to
trying to make his way home.
There you go.
Yes. Except for the Pope may be in Rome. Yeah, that was.
Texter from the 501 says, I'm actually enjoying you guys. Finally, hosts that have good tastes in music and movies. Now, if I could only convert you guys to the Brian Wilson as Mozart camp. Brian Wilson was a genius. I will give him that.
Okay, listen, we're already there, my brother. Brian Wilson was one of the greatest musicians, visionaries that this country's ever produced.
He was great.
Paul McCartney said he didn't think he could ever make an album as good as Pet sounds.
Everybody looked up to the Beach Boys, and it's not necessarily like I'm going back and listening to the Beach Boys all the time, but I recognize their greatness.
Sure.
Everybody looked up to them. They were hugely influential. Pet Sounds is one of the greats. But
he lost his mind. He descended into madness. That's why that Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story was so funny. I need 100 didgeridoos, 200 didgeridoos. I'm like, dude, he just kind of lost it. You know? Yeah.
There's a great story. I think it was Don Henley of the Eagles. He got to meet Brian Wilson, who was one of his idols, and I think Don Henley asked for an autograph or something, and Brian Wilson signed it, and he said, Brian Wilson, thanks for all the great songs. And Don Henley started walking off, and he's like, no, wait, come back here. And he scratched out great songs and put good songs. He's like, thanks for all the good songs.
That's like in the Bubble Boy episode at Seinfeld. Jerry would sign the picture. There's nothing finer than being in your diner. Lane's like, that's what you're going to write? Really? That's it? That's pitiful. They're going to be making fun of you, Jerry. Yeah.
Texter from the 479 says, hey, I missed a couple of days. Where did the guys go? They're down in the Keys, I believe. I don't know exactly where. Trey has mentioned Marathon, which I did not know there was a Marathon Florida. Of course, I know Marathon Greece because that is where the title of the marathons come from.
The big, you got Key Largo, then Isla Mirada.
I've seen the movie
Marathon, then Key West. Those are your kind of
the
big
movie
four
Key
cities.
Largo is
Humphrey
a lot
Bogart.
better than the song Key Largo. Bertie Higgins. Oy.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's just so
We'll see if we
bad.
got it in the system.
Great
I don't
film,
know.
Don't play it. I'll get it in my head and won't be able to get it out.
We do have it.
I figured, yeah.
We'll play it in the
He's
break.
going to do it anyway.
As much lameness as there is in bumper music around here. Christian has greatly influenced the bumper music quality around here. My friend from Michigan that listens to the show all the time, I mentioned, he's always saying, hey, you tell Christian that music is outstanding. Because Christian plays some good stuff.
Like I said yesterday, I have a wide taste in music. On this show, I don't necessarily get to play everything that I would want to play because, I like modern rap music. I like Freddie Gibbs and Earl Sweatshirt and Travis Scott and all those guys. But doesn't fit the demo.
Baz and Roger.
Doesn't fit the demo on Morning Mayhem. Doesn't really fit the
wouldn't.
demo on the Zone either. So
No, but Joe sneaks some of that in.
So
stay humble. So
yeah. So I don't get to play all that much, but luckily I'm also into classic music. I love Motown R&B. Trey and I were talking off the air last week where Roger had asked us whether we're bigger fans of the Doobie Brothers or I forget who it was, the Eagles? It was the Eagles.
Yeah.
And we both said the Doobie Brothers, and both of us, or he said, they got more funk, which, equates to they make blacker music.
Yeah.
I might have actually said
Yes.
that. I don't know.
The
and
Eagles
if you
are
notice,
pretty white bread.
I mean that in
it's
the
a
best
great
way
it's
possible.
Yes, it's a compliment. And if you notice with a lot of my bumper music, it's very soulful.
Put some brothers
There's
up
a lot
there.
of brothers playing. On
What
my
was that
bumper
great
music.
line in The Big Lebowski? Can you change the channel? I've had a terrible day, and I hate the Eagles. Get out of my cab.
And I don't even mind the Eagles. So
the Eagles are all right for what they are. So.
Yes, they got a lot of hits. I'll give them that.
They did.
Rebecca says, Pigskin, I agree. The movie Key Largo is great, but then again, I love almost every Bogart movie. Yeah, Bogart's one of the legends of acting.
He could
fantastic.
just sit on screen
He
and
was
read
cool.
out of the phone book.
He was just cool.
What's better, Key Largo or Casablanca?
Casablanca.
What about where does Maltese Falcon
all the
fit in
gin
there?
joints in the world, and you had to
Maltese
walk into mine.
Falcon, while being a pioneer of the noir genre, which I'm a big fan of, is below Casablanca. But I would say Treasure of Sierra Madre is above all of them.
So we were watching Conclave the other day, and
That's good.
Ingrid Bergman's daughter, Isabella
Yes.
Rossellini, the former spouse of Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese, yes.
She stole that movie in the 10 minutes she was in. She was. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Conclave. You should.
Yeah,
watch
she
that.
was
She's
nominated for
great.
supporting, I believe. in that role.
She wasn't even in it that long.
No.
But she comes in and just throws down as a nun. Oh, she was great.
I believe the actor or actress that has won Best Supporting with the least amount of time in a movie is Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs. I think it was 13 minutes he was in that movie.
No kidding.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what about
shocking to me. I
Judi
would have not guessed
Dench in
that.
Shakespeare in Love? I think she won, and she was in like 5 minutes of the thing.
I'll
Check
have
that
to
out.
pull up
I
the
bet
list.
that I think she won something from that.
Actor.
I like that movie, but I didn't love that movie.
Well, it's got the stench of winning over Saving Private Ryan.
That's
the
probably
thing with Shakespeare in Love.
I like Joseph Fiennes a lot. I
do
think
too.
he was great in that. But
he was also in,
and that was when Gwyneth was actually a real actress instead of like the Goop
lady.
Goop lady, yeah. Making candles, and that's all we'll say about that. But yeah,
I was wondering how far you were going to go with
I
that
wasn't
one.
going to go very far, Trey.
What's that smell?
Whoa!
It's just a candle in the wind, Christian. That's all it is.
Trying to Google this.
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench. She's still with us. I think she is.
I think so.
yeah.
She's like
She is.
90 or something. She's been
I believe
around.
she is. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was James Bond's boss. and all those.
Yeah, that's right. In the newer
007 movies, right? Yeah.
I actually was wrong on like every front. Oh, it was lead actor. That's what it was. It was Anthony Hopkins.
So
for
he won
lead
Best
actor.
Actor?
Yeah, he was lead, and he was only in the movie for 13 minutes.
That's crazy.
I've
never seen that movie.
You've never seen Silence of the Lambs?
Never seen any of them.
You never seen Manhunter?
I've heard they're great movies. I'm like,
you should watch Manhunter and Silence of the Lambs. Both great. Manhunter was. I don't think a lot of people have seen it. Have you seen Manhunter?
I have not.
I've liked Jodie Foster ever since I saw her in Napoleon. Napoleon and Samantha.
Never
that was
seen
like
that.
8 years before Taxi Driver.
That was before Taxi Driver.
Look it up. It's a Disney
Never
movie.
seen
Johnny Whitaker, redheaded kid. There was a lion Mulder. Every kid that was in a movie with an animal, like Gentle Ben, Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother, the animals always go crazy and maul them. This just in. Wild animals are not necessarily supposed to be in movies.
I'll get back to Manhunter in just a second.
I don't. Who's in that?
What's his name? Good Lord. He was in To Live and Die in L.A. William Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
He played Grisham in CSI.
Yeah, he was Reese Witherspoon's dad when Wahlberg was terrorizing them.
In Fear, yeah.
In Fear, yeah.
So he had a very strange career, and man, I'm going to dork out on this. He did To Live and Die in L.A., which is the movie with William Friedkin. It's a great movie.
The Exorcist
also
guy, right?
Yes,
exactly.
Also, The French Connection guy.
He was.
And Blue Chips. And Sorcerer, which is a remake of a 1950s French movie called The Wages of Fear. Anyway,
man, he's going deep.
Also,
I forgot Friedkin did Blue Chips. What are the odds? The guy that did
Very
The Exorcist is directing Nick Nolte as Bobby Knight.
Anyway.
Also Possessed.
William Peterson was in two great movies, and that's To Live and Die in L.A. and Manhunter. Mm-hmm. He's the lead in both those movies, and for some reason, after that, he kind of fell off, and then he comes back as Grisham and is making TV. He's making a ton of money on CSI.
Describe to me Manhunter. What is it?
It is, well, you've never seen the movie, but it's Red Dragon.
Yeah.
That's the prequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
He is an investigator he's basically a specialist. He gets inside the minds of the serial killers to catch them, essentially.
Okay.
Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter in the movie.
Love Brian Cox.
And this was 1986 or 87, so it's before Silence of the Lambs, of course. But it's a great movie. Tom Noonan plays the serial killer, who is very strange. Have you ever seen the South Park episode where they're looking for the killer? And I'll explain to you.
I'm sure I have. I've seen every South Park episode there is.
They're looking for the killer, and the cops can't necessarily find him, but he's like the most obvious killer of all time, and he kidnaps Cartman, and he's like, "Do you see?" And he's showing him pictures of when he's at the Grand Canyon. He's like, "Yes, I see." But that is a spoof on Manhunter. That's from Manhunter.
Okay, very good. No wonder I didn't understand that.
A lot of that stuff is from Manhunter, but. Manhunter's great, and you should watch it. You should watch To Live and Die in L.A. as well.
Well, my wife even told me that the Hannibal Lecter thing was good. She saw it, but I never did.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
You should watch it.
Is
that Jonathan Demme?
I've never seen Demme, yeah. I've never seen The Green Mile.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's solid.
I mean,
not as good as Shawshank.
I know about it. I just have never seen it.
It's not as good as the as Shawshank, which is
because I'm usually watching PCU or Men at Work for the 100th time. Or Raising Arizona, obviously. Yeah.
Where would Raising Arizona rank in terms of your Coen Brothers movies?
Oh, boy.
Just to go back to our conversation.
I can't think of one that I liked any better than that. The Big Lebowski, probably.
Yeah, Lebowski's probably my number one.
I would say that. Raising Arizona is number 2 behind it for me.
Raising Arizona is way up there, and I don't think I would have said that until I rewatched it yesterday, and I'm like, wow, this is really great.
It is.
Oh, Brother's going to be up there pretty high.
I love that movie.
We talked about it a little bit yesterday. It's not as typical Coen Brothers film, but their adaptation of Cormac McCarthy's No Country for Old Men was exceptional.
And I think I was talking to you about that off the air yesterday. A great movie.
I've watched it once. I can't watch it again.
A great movie.
Bardem is just terrifying, man. He's
Anton
just
Chigurh.
so great.
But
one of the best bad guys ever.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
his hair alone.
Have you ever heard the story about when they cut his hair? They cut it. This is pre-production or whatever, and he's like, "Man, I'm never going to get laid." And the coins were like, "Perfect! That's exactly what we were looking for."
Which I think he may have been married to Penelope Cruz at that time, anyway.
Yeah, so much for that part. So,
a great movie, but doesn't necessarily have the Coen brothers flair on it. It doesn't feel like a Coen brothers movie.
It's just pretty brutal.
Yeah.
What about
to me
one that's not a comedy, but probably hews closer to their
Fargo is probably my favorite, but anyway,
I like Fargo. What about their True Grit?
True Grit's great.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
They followed Portis's script a lot better than the original.
Yes.
I
thought it was way better than the original.
It's better than the original.
Damon as an actor is slightly more accomplished than Glenn Campbell.
I know in Glenn Campbell.
I love Glenn Campbell. I love Glenn
yeah.
Campbell, but he wasn't much of an actor. Damon was good in it.
Yeah, we're going to catch a lot of flack for saying that's better than the original, but I think there's a lot of nostalgia attached to the original.
Well,
I'm not
John
saying
Wayne was in
I'm
it.
not saying it's a bad movie. It's not.
No,
Yeah,
not saying that at all.
Okay, this is what bothers me about the original one. They didn't follow the original ending of Portis. Obviously, the second one did. There's a scene in there. Wayne's just great in it. I mean, he should have won an actor, a best.
What did
actor
he? He
that.
won Best Actor for
he
that.
He did for that.
Yeah.
Only one he ever won.
I forgot who he.
But
won
there's
over.
a scene in there, and he's talking about Quantrill's Raiders and all this and Civil War stuff. But he's saying something about Cairo, Illinois, and he calls it Cairo, Illinois.
Oh,
now right away, I'm stopping the camera and saying, Duke, it's Cairo.
Fix it.
It's not Cairo. You can't say Cairo. And they let that stand. And every time I hear him say Cairo, I'm like, you just basically blew the whole backstory. It's Cairo. You got to call it Cairo.
Yeah, it's Cairo.
It's Cairo.
Cairo used to be a pretty big deal.
Huge town
in Illinois, but now it's one of those Mississippi towns Mississippi river towns, basically, that
it
is nothing now.
Nothing. It used to be a big deal.
It was.
Right there at the confluence of
It's like
the
a Three
Ohio
Rivers,
and the
ain't it?
Ohio, it looks like the ocean. It's so wide over there. Yeah. It's just, man, what a river.
How could it have fallen off being at the confluence of the
Well,
rivers?
it's just west of our stuff going
Interstate
down.
trucking now.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have
Interstate killed
to
it.
ship things in by boat. So.
John Wayne for True Grit beat out Richard Burton in Henry VIII, which good actor, but Dustin Hoffman for Rizzo in Midnight Cowboy.
Ooh,
Peter O'Toole for Goodbye, Mr.
Rizzo.
Chips, and John Voight for Midnight Cowboy.
Goodbye, Mr. Chips is great.
Peter O'Toole is maybe the most underrated actor of all time.
His
he never
Lawrence
gets brought
of
up.
Arabia, he was T.E. Lawrence. I don't think there's ever been a better performance in that guy. In that he was so good.
Yeah, that's one of the great movies and one of the great performances.
Great flick.
But he did not win Best Actor for it because he is the actor that has been nominated for Best Actor the most times without winning. He was nominated 8 times and never won.
Wow.
I'm trying to think if it was O'Toole. It was either O'Toole or Richard Harris. I think it was O'Toole. So anyway, they were from Ireland, okay? But then he won something at the Cannes Film Festival, and they had a thing that said, English actor wins the great prize at Cannes.
I think that was Harris.
It was Harris. The next day, he got drunk and got in a fight and got arrested. So the next day in the papers in London, Irish actor arrested. He was an English actor when he was doing well, and
we'll claim you. The German football player Mesut Özil once said, which this is kind of sad because it's about racism a little bit, but it's like when we play great, we're German. When we play bad, I'm Turkish.
That's it. And look, there are a lot of people that could sing that same song.
But Peter O'Toole, he should have won for The Lion in Winter.
What about My Favorite Year?
That was a great movie. Yeah, My Favorite
My
Year.
Favorite
he was
Year,
nominated
he was
for
good
that
in
one.
that. He was.
The problem is he happened to go up against pretty much Titans every time. Like he got nominated the same year as Taxi Driver and all kinds of stuff. But he should have won 1 or 2 at least. He's one of the great actors.
Circling back here, Fargo is your favorite Coen Brothers.
I think that's
did you settle on one Pigskin?
What's that?
Did you settle? Is Lebowski or
Lebowski's better than Fargo
too.
to me, but Fargo Fargo had so many funny scenes in it, though, and then
It's so funny.
it's just McDormand. Yeah, it's like sounds like an Arby's night.
I don't know about that one.
Before I knew we were going to do Raising Arizona, probably I guess it was last week. I just saw that Fargo. I'm scrolling through. I'm going to watch Fargo, and Francis McDormand's husband in that is a duck stamp artist. And
yeah, he's
Macy.
Oh, what is he?
No, not Macy. The other guy. Oh, what's that? Who was that guy?
Well, they refer.
He's the Zodiac in Zodiac.
I thought it was really cool. They refer to. He says, the Houtmans are entering the contest this year. Those are real artists from Minnesota that have won the National Duck Stamp Contest a number of times. I thought that was pretty cool.
Which Joel and Ethan Coen are both Minnesota boys.
There you go.
Yeah. So
a little Minnesota history there. So
I think we're basically arguing between a lot of movies that are 5 stars or 4.5 stars. They're just all great movies.
All fantastic.
I love Fargo. I think it's pretty much a perfect movie, but so is Big Lebowski.
It's
I
great.
like the goofy one that he made with Malkovich and Brad Pitt about the spy.
Burn After Reading.
Burn After Reading.
That was pretty funny. Clooney in it. I mean, that was
Inside Llewyn Davis is another great movie, but it's
Philip
it's
Martin
pretty sad.
loves Inside Llewyn Davis.
That's a great movie.
And Philip knows more about movies than all of us put together. And he says that is maybe one of his favorite.
It's a great movie. Peyton says, sorry to get back on movies, guys. It's what I do. And it's the summer. I mean, you want us to talk about Major League Baseball?
No.
Is that what you want us to do?
I'm off baseball. I told you that. They blew that 7-0 lead yesterday.
If you missed the early part of the show, Pigskin has sworn off the Detroit Tigers.
Once again, he's done it again.
For the rest of this season, they're dead to me. Dead.
I mean, Arkansas basketball is starting their Bahamas trip tomorrow, and then we'll have something to talk about by the end, but we've basically talked about all we can do with Arkansas basketball until it comes back up again.
One thing we could talk about is that Trey Schapp apparently did sell.
I know.
That,
he's going to the Bahamas.
Headed to the Bahamas.
He's not.
What a hard trip.
I heard it this morning. I heard his promo for it this morning.
Trey is kind of a magical being. He's like those old Visa commercials. He's everywhere you want to be.
But, what a hard trip for him. He gets to go to the Bahamas a week after coming back from Tampa.
And something tells me that his beloved Amy will probably wander down there maybe and meet him there. And and everybody at the station's pretty good at that. They're able to take work and kind of blend it into pleasure and go a day early and stay a day late and all that. Man,
it's nice when you can do that.
And that's all right. That's one of the perks of the job, I would say. Yeah.
Peyton from Cersei, I did read your previous messages. I won't read them on the air. But I have passed your name along, by the way. Just that's the message for you. But it amazes me how much y'all know about movies. I can watch one movie and forget most of it 2 days unless it really resonates with me or I'm really into it. And I sure can't remember all the actors' names because you technically have to remember 2 names, their acting name and their real name. It's amazing what y'all do. I'll stick with sports. Well, I'm a name guy, and that's kind of why I was so good at birthday trivia. I remember things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember things. That's just what I do.
It's a good quality to possess.
What did Tyrion Lannister say? I drink and I know things.
Well, I don't even drink.
He doesn't drink, but he knows things.
He knows things.
That's right.
Probably more important than the drinking part.
This person said,
Christian, why are you doing this to me?
This is Key
It's
Largo.
been such a good show until this point, Christian. This song is so lame, it makes me ashamed to be white.
Wrapped around each other.
That sound is people hurling themselves off balconies to escape this song.
Some good songs about places make you want to go there. This doesn't make me want to go to Key Largo.
Dancing in the street maybe want to go to Detroit and hang out with Martha and the Vandellas or Van Halen. This makes me want to avoid Key Largo at all costs.
Well, we're going to break with Key Largo, guys.
Honey, I was your hero, and you were my leading lady. We had it all, just like Bogey and the call.
Network Services Group presents Out of Bounds Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz. Network Services Group, one call, does it all.
This is Sports Center.
In Major League Baseball, the Marlins have bounced back from their 12-game losing streak by winning 3 straight, sweeping their NL East foe Phillies. They erased a 6-0 deficit yesterday to get their third win, 8-6. In the American League, Tarek Skubal potentially pitched his last game as a Detroit Tiger, going 6 innings and allowing 3 runs in the Tigers' 10-9 loss to the Orioles. Skubal is likely to be moved before the MLB trade deadline on Monday at 5 p.m. And former Arkansas linebacker Billy Ray Smith Jr. has passed away at the age of 64. He was a 2-time unanimous All-American in 1981 and 1982. He holds the Arkansas record for tackles for a loss with 63. He was the 5th overall pick of the 1983 draft and went on to play 10 years in the league. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a mostly cloudy day with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, particularly this afternoon. Still kind of hot, high of 94, maybe heat index values reaching 105, so there is a heat advisory for this afternoon. Tonight, everything's quiet, partly cloudy with a low of 76. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Looking for something unique to do in Little Rock? Head to the Museum of Discovery. Explore hands-on exhibits, try real science experiments, and meet live animals up close. Little ones will love the Small Fry Fish Camp Gallery, designed just for early learners. Catch an electrifying bipolar musical Tesla coil show or live science demonstration during your visit. And with special events happening all the time, there's always something new to experience for all ages. So plan your visit and check out upcoming events at museumofdiscovery.org.
The low rates are here. The low rates are finally here.
What are you talking about, Roger?
I'm letting everybody know that the summer auto loan special from Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union is officially underway, and this year they're offering historically low rates.
Alcoa always offers great rates for their summer special, but historically low?
That's right, baby Bubba. This summer is America's 250th birthday, and to celebrate, Alcoa Community FCU is offering auto loan rates for as low as 1.776% APR.
Wow, those are some historical rates.
In addition to the historically low rates, no payment due for 90 days.
So crazy low rates and no car payment due for the whole summer?
Plus, you can get financing for up to 84 months.
How do I get started?
This offer is valid for 2024, 25, and 26-year models, brand new, or refinance the rides you already have. To get started, go to alcoacommunityfcu.org, apply securely online, call, or stop by any branch.
You're right, Raj. This is historic. How long does this offer last?
May 1st through the end of August.
Roger, we need to let everybody know.
The low rates are here. The low rates are here.
I got my first real 6-string.
Brian Adams. Roll with the Punches Tour 2026. A night full of hits. Live at Simmons Bank Arena, Saturday, August 1st. With special guest Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
John Daly joins the Mayhem Tuesday mornings, courtesy of Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership. From Goldwing trikes to side-by-sides, Honda of Russellville has an inventory no one else has. Check it out at hondaofrussellville.com.
I'm Alan LeVar. For more than 30 years, when Arkansans have been injured in a crash, they've heard one simple line: hurt in a car, call LeVar. But it's more than a slogan. It means personal attention from my team. We take on the insurance companies for you, and if you're hurt and can't travel, I'll come to you. Your consultation is always free, always confidential, and there's no fee unless we win. Hurt in a car, call LeVar. Arkansas strong for more than 30 years.
LeVar Law, Injury and Accident Lawyers. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
This is Quinn Grovey, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hey, you blow up into funny shapes at all?
Well, no, unless round is funny.
Back in Morning Mayhem, our penultimate segment of the day.
Thank you for using the word penultimate.
Yes. Whoa! Mark the tape. What does that mean?
I'm waiting for Fortnite to come soon. The great Fortnite.
This texter from the 870 said, here is some movie trivia for you. As a child, I know the answer to this, by the way. I was on the set of a Martin Scorsese's first film, filmed in Arkansas. Yes. That was a movie called...
Mean Streets?
No, Boxcar Bertha.
Oh, with Barbara Hershey.
Yes. Not a very good movie. It's actually technically not his first movie. His first one was like in 1967, but it was done for school.
I never knew Martin Scorsese.
Yes, it was called Boxcar Bertha. It was
filmed in Arkansas.
It was one of the Roger Corman B movies that he was contracted to do, pretty much. And after he did it, I forget who called him, but they were like, "Don't ever do that again." Because they were basically saying, you wasted a year of your life making a bad movie. Don't ever do that again.
Which is pretty much true.
After that, I believe he made Mean Streets.
Wasn't it about a bunch of hobos riding the rails?
Yeah, and they
all
were
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they were holding up banks and stuff. It's not a very good movie, but it's a Martin Scorsese.
Hey, it had
movie.
Barbara Hershey in it. I like Barbara Hershey.
But that guy was on set apparently.
How about that? That's cool.
Somebody said, "I love that song." They were talking about Key Largo, by the way.
Well, there's no law outlawing no taste in music. So,
this texter from 501, Manhunter was directed by Michael Mann, who was big at the time for Miami Vice. Yes, it was. I'm a big Michael Mann fan. Heat is one of my favorite movies. It's a great movie. Manhunter's great. His first feature film was Thief, which featured James Caan, also a great movie in 1980, I believe, maybe 82. It also has Willie Nelson in it, which is funny, and Jim Belushi.
Wow.
Belushi's brother.
Christian, the depth of your movie knowledge is
but that's a really good movie that people should watch as well. This person texted back about Boxcar Bertha. My dad got called to be an extra, and I stayed with Martin. Oh, that's very cool. You got to meet Martin Scorsese, one of the greatest directors of all time, pretty much indisputably.
He's top 5, I think, on any list.
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah.
Where do you put Spielberg up there?
In my personal rankings, he'd probably be outside the top 10.
Really?
I'm not the craziest about Spielberg. He's made some great movies, and Jaws ushered in the blockbuster. I mean, it was the first modern blockbuster.
Summer blockbuster.
He created it with Jaws.
He did.
Which you could argue had a negative impact on how movies were made. But,
I think you'd make a very good argument.
Of course, it was good for the movie industry because it, created blockbusters, but its effects killed off movies such as The French Connection. All these.
You weren't going to have any
movies.
Truffaut movies when Spielberg's making $1 billion on Jaws.
The 70s is the best decade of movies in the history of Hollywood.
I agree 100% with that. 70s, it'll never be replicated, probably.
No,
because they're chasing money now, and back then they were actually trying to make good movies.
They were. It wasn't about money. It was just about making a good movie.
The culture of the 80s did a lot of bad things for music and movies, and you could argue
synthesizers, Gordon Gekko. I mean, the whole thing.
It was really the amping up of capitalism and commercialism.
Exactly where I was going with that.
Everything, pretty much.
And I'm not against capitalism by any stretch of the imagination.
Even cartoons, if you want to go to that. Cartoons were being made. G.I. Joe, Transformers. The cartoons were just being made so they could sell a toy of whatever.
That's right.
Most of the significant events, milestone events in my life happened in the 80s. I graduated from high school. I graduated from college. I got married. I got a first job, all that. The 70s, I liked a lot better than the 80s.
Yeah.
I just like the 70s better.
The music's better. The movies
decade,
are better.
Man.
I'm
Sly
with you.
and the Family Stone. I mean, how can you do better than that?
Spielberg, probably outside my top 10 and all-time great, of course. If you were going to make an objective list, he's top 10.
Where'd you put Hitchcock?
Better than Spielberg, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
On my list, personally. But have you ever seen Strangers on a Train?
Mm-mm.
You should watch it.
I don't think
it's
I
really
have.
good. That's one of my favorite Hitchcock.
I'm going to have a lot of movie watching to do after these 2 days hanging out with Pigskin and Christian.
This person asked, what do you think about The Man Who Would Be King? One of my favorite Richard Harris movies. That's a great movie. It's got him and Sean Connery. They come upon, if I'm remembering this correctly, they come upon basically a civilization, and these people think that they're gods, and Sean Connery plays God when they start worshiping him, pretty much.
I didn't know God had a Scottish brogue. Who knew?
Well, in the Highlander, you know, he was a Spanishman that had sounded Scottish, and in the Untouchables, he was an Irishman that sounded Scottish, which is basically the equivalent of Mickey Rooney playing a Chinaman in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, that was an insult to several cultures simultaneously. Like John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
Yes.
Like, that's bad casting.
Did you know on the Genghis Khan John Wayne movie, they filmed that so closely?
Downwind from the test. They all dropped dead years later of cancer.
Yeah. There were like 40 people on that
White
set
Sands.
that got cancer. Yeah.
I'm working on a newspaper column about that. There was a documentary called Downwinders. There's pictures of people in the 50s. They're standing on hotel rooftops in Las Vegas watching the mushroom cloud. You can see it. It's not, 50, 60 miles away. I'm like, that can't have been a good idea back then. And someone had to know that. I mean, no, we didn't know that. But that's the same thing that the government was telling you, duck and cover. In case of nuclear attack, stick your head under your desk. I'm like, well, that ain't going to help anything. You're going to be vaporized.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This
Downwinders.
Downwinders.
This person, I didn't point that out, and I forgot. Thank you, texter from the 501 said it was Michael Caine with Sean Connery and The Man Who Would Be King. You're right. I forgot about that. It was Michael Caine instead of another great British actor instead of Richard
Did you
Harris.
ever see Paul Scofield in The Man for All Seasons?
I've never seen that.
Thomas More. You need to watch it. You'd like that.
This texter said, do you guys like Breaking Bad on Netflix? I'm in the middle of it. Well, Breaking Bad was an AMC show that is now
well,
been
first
on Netflix
of all,
a while,
I
but
would
anyway,
consider Breaking Bad one of the top 5 television shows of all time.
It's one of the greats.
I think it's that good.
And I think Better Call Saul is just as good,
but
pretty much.
I have watched Breaking Bad through one time. It was too painful to watch. It was just so brutal. You'd watch something like The Sopranos, you're spending half of your time laughing because it's funny. There wasn't that much humor in Breaking Bad.
No
it was
comic relief.
There wasn't. And then Jesse Plemons shows up and shoots that kid on the bicycle.
Spoilers.
I'm like, this is harsh. Yeah, I didn't. There's enough pain and suffering in the real world. I don't usually heap it on myself in entertainment. I prefer the comedies to those things. But.
This texter said French Connection has the second best car chase scene, in my opinion. The first would be Bullet. They're definitely both on the Mount Rushmore.
Popeye Doyle.
I think the third, Ronin with Robert De Niro, also has a great one. Trying to think of what the fourth would be on the Mount Rushmore.
One of those Fast and the Furious, maybe?
No.
The one of my favorite car chase scenes is from the Blues Brothers.
Yes, that's a great one.
That was a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
There's a great one in Raising Arizona. I don't think it reaches the level of Mount Rushmore.
The
but
dogs running through the people's houses was just...
It's just nonsensical,
perfect.
and it's like, this makes no sense, but it's great.
It was great.
The dogs running through the houses, the streets, and then they're picking up more dogs as they go. Probably better than the car chase scene near the end of the movie.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Text from the 870 says, we're loving this, boys. Keep it up. Silence of the Lamb and Alien, favorite movies with female leads. And then he asks, potential question to mix sports and movies. Favorite athlete that played in a movie? So an athlete actor.
Jim Brown.
Yeah, he's up there. He's in Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
Also in parodying himself in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
And he is also in Mars Attacks.
Bubba Smith was in those Police Academy movies.
Let's see.
Randall Tex Cobb was
Tex
in
Cobb,
Raising Arizona.
He's a boxer.
Tex Cobb was the reason that Howard Cosell quit doing boxing.
Because Larry
that
Holmes
beating that he took. He's
beat
like,
the brakes
I
off
can't
of
watch
him.
this anymore. Yeah. I think Tex Cobb said something to the effect, if I could get rid of Howard Cosell, I did something positive. So
this person said Manhunter is way better than Red Dragon. Yeah, it is. Red Dragon's terrible. Manhunter's a really good movie. This person said Brian Bosworth when talking about actors in movies. I was like,
okay, I'm going to say something that
Another movie
sounds
filmed
a
in
bit
Arkansas.
surprising. They filmed it down here at the cabin. I thought Bosworth was a pretty good actor. I mean, for what he was doing.
What movie was it?
For what he was doing. He's in those commercials.
What was the name
okay.
of that?
I mean,
I don't know if I've
something
seen it.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold?
Yeah. I think his last name was
Stone
Stone.
Cold?
Never
I
seen
thought he
it.
was okay. I mean, you know.
They our then Secretary of State, Bill McEwen, took a lot of flack for allowing the production company to essentially set off an explosion on the dome of the state capitol. Of course, our state capitol is a 1/6 replica of the national capitol, and so it was a stand-in for that. But that was, and he shot back, got the best cleaning it's ever had afterwards.
Oh, that's a good point.
Nice.
That's awesome.
McEwen was a character.
Wasn't Basil in that movie?
I believe
he played a delivery man, I think.
He may have.
I think he was in that.
Well, he was a delivery man.
No,
in Antiquities.
I know he was
Yes.
opposite
Yeah.
Roger
Right.
in Antiquity. So
Baz was in this movie too.
I think
he was.
I
yeah.
think he was.
I'll have to ask him about it.
Listen,
next
the
week.
way Basil looks, he should be put in basically every movie. He's good. He's good scenery. I mean,
this
he's just
texter
good.
from the 870 said, "Did Baz and Roger go down there to Key West with their new friends from Club D's in Tampa?" I don't think they did. Maybe they did.
Great comment.
Hey, Trey and I did not say that. We don't want to be accused of bagging on the boys. That is funny.
Texter from the 501. His Hannibal mask burned up when his house burnt down in the California fires. That sucks. This person says, literally the best Hannibal movie. I would agree. I would rather watch Manhunter than Silence of the Lambs. I don't know if it's better, but I would rather watch it.
Well, you've piqued
More
my
entertaining for
curiosity.
you.
I
Yes.
might need to watch this.
OJ in the Naked Gun series.
I knew somebody
yeah,
was
that's
gonna
probably
bring that
it.
You got to
up.
put OJ
That's
in.
probably it. He was great in those movies.
So OJ did some of the best commercials I think that have ever been done for Hertz. When he's running through the airport and like hurdling, I'm like, those were really good commercials.
It's so good that they were a cultural touchstone at that
Yes.
time. I mean, it's like
Yes.
people
You're running to catch a
pretended to be
plane.
OJ running through the airport. Probably wouldn't happen these days.
Well, no, he'd be running through the airport to try to stab somebody. So, I mean, you don't want that. But, yeah, before OJ went nuts, he was, that was why that story was so big. He was a beloved figure in this country. And it was inconceivable that he could have done something like that. But, stranger things have happened.
I'm trying to think of a more beloved figure that did something despicable like that.
Man, you'd be hard-pressed to find it.
Would it be like John Wilkes Booth?
Yeah,
he was one of the most famous men in America.
He was America's most admired actor, and then he assassinates the president.
There were many people who had pictures of the Wilkes family in their house. That's how famous they were.
Yeah, Edwin Booth, his brother, a playwright. So, I mean,
Didn't his brother save Lincoln's son from falling into train tracks? Wilkes Booth, I'm pretty sure he did.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look that up.
Which is strange. It happened before the assassination, but just a strange coincidence in history that happened. This texter it's Cattleman. Will there be another producer battle with the Wizard versus the Moose? See, maybe. The one thing about these producer battles is there is very little upside for me doing it. Everyone expects me to win.
You would win.
Probably. But I'll be humble.
You would win, and I need to be the one to frame the questions instead of those stupid questions that the guys give all the time. I've given up on the Clergy Bowl, and I understand that because they don't want to embarrass these fine clergymen of all stripes, and I get that. But for something like you and Moose, or with you and Josh before, we need to make it difficult. We need to make it tough. Okay, don't make it easy. Everything does not have to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Okay.
Yeah,
I just made that up.
Yes, you did. You originated that.
I'm
phrase.
sure no one ever said that.
But yeah, there's very little upside for me doing it. Everyone expects me to win, and if I lose, it's like, well.
When you guys want to do something like that, let me know, and I'll come up with some questions that would be fair to both of you. In interest of Moose, I'll throw some Canada and some hockey questions
there we go.
in. We'll have a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Like when I beat Josh, it wasn't like, wow, Christian won. It's like, oh, okay. What we expect.
Oh, hum.
And then they talked about doing a rematch. It's like, no. It's like, why would I rematch?
You're like Jerry in Seinfeld. I choose not to run. When he won the race.
You're not contractually obligated for a rematch.
No.
No, but Basil talks people into doing stuff that they would not otherwise do.
Well, it's
He's one of the
basically-
best at that I've ever seen in
It's
my
like
life.
he somehow gives you no choice but to do it.
Well, see, we're going to get Justin Moore, and he's going to have a shooting contest with Pat Bradley. It's like, this is not a good idea. Bradley was the all-time SEC three-point leader. But David doesn't... You notice, David's not the one doing it, but he gets others to do these things.
P.T. Barnum.
Yes.
That's right.
William
Sucker
texted,
born every minute.
Hey, guys, I love the show today. One thing I really love is I can understand everybody talking. You're not talking over each other. You're letting everybody finish the sentence first. Love it. Okay. Then somebody asked, who won the last producer battle? That was me. I battled one Josh Neighbors. It was a battle for who's the producer in Morning Mayhem. It just happened a year later. And I became the producer.
Well, Josh would have beaten RJ. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, he
yeah.
would have.
Unless it was like politics or hunting or George Strait trivia.
Yes.
RJ knows that stuff pretty well. He does.
I think RJ was on one time when we did a movie review, and he said he's not a big movie guy, but he's doing the show tomorrow. He said he doesn't rewatch movies. It's like he watches the movie one time, and then he's like, okay, I got it. He's like,
If it's good, if it's great, I'll watch it 100 times.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
There are some movies that require repeated viewings. Almost, anyway. Stay tuned. Morning Mayhem. It is the last edition of Pigskin. Trey Reed and Christian Weaver, at least for now. Maybe we'll reconvene at a later time.
I hope we do.
Some people will be happy about that. Some people will not be.
You
But
send
we'll
the
do
bat
it.
signal, and Trey and I will be there, young buck.
Baby, it's a wide world, and it's hard to get by just upon a smile.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Every week, tens of thousands of public school students nationwide attend free LifeWise Bible classes during school hours. This opportunity is now available to students at select schools in Benton, Bryant, Bauxite, Greenbrier, and Academics Plus. Enrollment is open for LifeWise Academy. With parent permission, students attend off-campus classes 1 hour per week to receive Bible-based character education as part of their school day. To learn more or enroll, find your school at lifewise.org, lifewise.org.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STRONG for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STRONG for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STRONG. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
Your dream wedding starts right here. The Arkansas Democrat-Gazette Wedding Show returns Sunday, August 23rd to the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. Discover Arkansas's best wedding vendors, meet local experts, see the latest fashions, and find inspo for every detail of your big day, all in one place. With more than 50 exhibitors, amazing giveaways, and everything you need to plan your perfect wedding. This is a hometown tradition you don't want to miss. Sponsored in part by Dillard's and Crown Entertainment. Get your tickets today at arkansasbridalcommunity.com.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Darren McFadden. I listen to Baz, Justin, and Rod because they got their wood. Enjoy Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Wow, we ran it straight into the top of the hour. Phil, what is coming up on
an acre-less version of
this?
I was told to call it acre-free. It's not acre-free. Because his influence is still all over
his
the
aura
station.
is still here.
Yes, he's got his aura.
We're going to try to project some aura today with some Big Ten Media Days. We got some sound bites coming from yesterday. I want to kick around this conversation that Kyle Whittingham didn't jumpstart. He just kind of restarted it about a Super League. He's talking about it yesterday.
Gosh.
Got Pigskin with us, so we'll make fun of the Wolverines and the Tigers quite a bit.
A lot to make fun of.
Yeah, Matt Zimmerman will be calling in from the Bahamas. He's out there, of course, for the Baja Mar Summer League. And we got Mayor Scott, Dr. O'Malley from UAMS. Basically, it is a really full 3 hours.
Well, stay tuned and listen to The Zone. Trey and Pigskin, I cannot thank you enough. I've had a blast the last 2 days.
Same here, brother.
I was a little worried about doing the show, especially while I'm sick, but I think we made it through, and I think we did a good job.
Good times, my young
Appreciate
Padawan.
it.
Good times.
All right, stay tuned for The Zone. I'll be out at Fletcher tomorrow with RJ Hall.
It's the win-win that leads to a grin. You get a family membership to the Little Rock Racket Club or Athletic Club. You get in shape, they get in the pool, and boy, do they have pools. Your Little Rock Racket or Athletic Club, people will witness the fitness.
Join The Zone each Monday for game balls and jockstraps, brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their game balls and jockstraps on The Zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for game balls and jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz. Stop paying retail. Summer savings on now at Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse in Cabot.